Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome everybody to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse here in Lander, and we are ready for some Lander basketball. It is senior night. For those of you that are unaware, senior night here for the Lander girls and boys. Despite the fact they have a home game tomorrow, that senior night will be held for the Nordic ski team. But tonight it is Lander versus Thermopolis, and it is the basketball senior night. I am Shawn O'Brate, sadly not joined by Ernie Over tonight. He is stuck in Casper. If you can hear this, Ernie, I hope you get home safe. I know that the roads are slick. You can't see anything. So, Ernie, a no-show today, but we will have plenty of action to keep us company, and we will have a good game. At the moment, we have the end of the JV boys game between Thermopolis and Lander. 35 seconds to go. Lander all over Bobcats right now, 67-48. But the Lander girls and the Thermopolis girls, the Lady Tigers versus the Lady Bobcats, they're about to tip off in roughly, well, it's supposed to be 8 minutes, but with this game dragging on just a little bit, it's going to take a little bit longer to get to tip off. With that, I think it's pretty important to remind people that Lander girls, even though they haven't had the best season, every game is a possibility, especially with the way they've been playing lately. They've been playing a lot of mistake-free offense for the first couple quarters, the last two games, and things seem to fall apart in the fourth quarter. We'll get more into that later with the keys to the game. Right now, just wanted to let everyone know we will be heading to tip-off here shortly. Game still going on. And with that, we'll take a word from our sponsors, pay some bills, and we will be back. You're listening on 93.1 KFCW. And as always, we are streaming for free on WYO Today's YouTube page. You can also listen to the Thermopolis side of the broadcast with Kevin Gerber and Travis Bomagen. They'll be on 101.7 KDNO. They're sitting right in front of me. And their stream is also up on WYO Today's YouTube page and is also free. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com. Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. It looks like we're about to have some senior night festivities here with the Lander girls getting their flowers that they so rightfully deserve. For those of you watching on Wild Today's YouTube page, if you did see a familiar face with some ref stripes going, that is Cyril Stauffenberg, the athletic director for Lander. Not only is Ernie Over stuck in Casper, but the referees are stuck in Casper. So they had to make do with what they could in the JV game. Cyril rocking some black and white stripes. I'm sure that he will call a fair game, even though his son plays for one team and he coached the other team for years. So without further ado, let's get into some senior flowers. We got Darian Bell here, a senior. Favorite song by Alicia Keys. I think she has that in common with some other people here.
Playing in Weber State and only playing with 3 people on the court while we're transporting the other 2.
Funny stories with Darian. She's played a lot of basketball, so she has a lot of stories here. The next senior coming up here, getting her flowers, going to be Megan Winfield. Winfield always has a smile on her face. I've seen her miss threes. I've seen her airball shots. I've seen her take an elbow to the face, and she still gets up smiling every single time. That's one trait that I don't think I have, but proud of her for doing that. She's with her family, got her flowers. Better Move by Lil Uzi is her favorite song. Very different than the Alicia Keys.
My future plans after high school is to attend LCCC and hopefully get my teaching degree.
And she wants to be a teacher, getting her degree from LCCC out in Laramie. Always admirable when you get done with high school and think you should be a teacher. I got done with high school and did not want to see another teacher ever again. Next up, senior Lily Hamilton, a great swimmer. That is where I first was introduced to Lily. And Lily Hamilton doing a great job on the basketball court so far this season. Even if the points and stats don't look like it, she plays a great defensive role. She's got a couple extra flowers, looks like, from her family there.
My future plans are to play collegiate softball and major in agricultural business and management.
And she wants to major in agriculture and business management. Another admirable thing to do after you grow up around agriculture. Growing up in western Kansas, you don't want to see another cornfield or a wheat field ever again, but out here in Wyoming, they are doing something different to the air. So,
My name is Layla Norris. I'm the daughter of
and our final senior of the day, Layla Norris, sadly not playing. It doesn't look like she's playing. She's dressed in her game attire, but obviously she's on senior night. She's got to wear it. She had a season-ending injury just a few weeks ago. Before then, though, she was averaging 4.5 points a game. She was shooting 38% from the field. She had a pretty good opening start to the season, and she's been with this team through a lot. So with that, that is our seniors, and coming into frame now is Cyril Stauffenberg in his referee stripes. We're going to have a celebratory moment here before we get into tip-off or even warm-ups. They have not even warmed up yet. Got to do the whole shebang before you're able to get out there. And Coach Cox with a bunch of flowers for her seniors. We got applause. We have a nice crowd here. Got the ESPN booth over in the student section, which has become a very common thing. Wonder if any of those kids want to come up here and help me do some game calling here. And we're going to get a picture here with a little camera. And we will be right back with some more from senior night.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Heinz General Store has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945. For this week's special, see their website at heinzgeneralstore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online, download the app, and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Got some warm-ups going on as the senior night festivities for the girls have concluded. And we have a pretty packed crowd here, especially from some Thermopolis fans to my right. It's not that long of a drive, and there's not as much blowing snow going side to side on the road, so they were able to make it out here pretty easily. Hopefully they can make it back pretty easily. And as they sit beside me, I think it's time to go to our Lander Journal keys to the game. Remember, you can start or continue your subscription of the Lander Journal, the Ranger, and Wind River News all at 421 East Main Street in Riverton, or by giving them a call out there at 307-856-2244. Lander Journal, Ranger, and Wind River News. So for Thermopolis, the 4-14 Lander Valley Lady Tigers are kind of down on their luck. They're starting a lot of freshmen, so they do not know exactly what they're going to see today. If Thermopolis wants to come out of here with a win, which would only be their 4th win of the season, they will have to do a lot better job of playing defense, especially against these freshmen who they don't know if they're any good or not. Right now, Thermopolis ranks second to last in team defense, giving up 50.6 points per game. Lander Valley, not a whole lot better. They're sitting at 48.7. That's 12th out of 16 teams in the 3A class. Difference is Thermopolis coming in here with a big momentum after winning on a last-second shot last night, and they won 43-40. Great game. And the boys in front of me from Thermopolis recounted it in front of me, and they said that was one of the better games that they've called since they started here. Now for Lander, these freshman girls are going to have to deal with a lot, as Thermopolis, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the 3A class. They're not up there in the top 5, but as far as three-point shooting goes, they attempt about 12 per game, and they have one of the better three-point shooters in 3A with Cameron Farrell. Cameron Farrell averaging a 38% from the field. That's third best. And I've mentioned it already, but this strong freshman class, we don't know what we're going to see. I've got points per game and rebounds per game in front of me, but those are all based off 1 or 2 games tops. For instance, Jamie Shoyo Ferris had a great game in her first varsity minutes. She scored 7 points and had 5 rebounds, so she's averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds. So we don't know if that's going to be the same type of Shoyo Ferris. We're just going to call her Jamie Ferris. It's a little easier here as they're running up and down court. But we don't know if we're going to get that same Ferris. Hayden Goggles started off very strong in JV, got some great varsity minutes. She is still one of the best free throw shooters in the entire state, sitting at 88%. She hasn't shot as many free throws varsity-wise, but JV, she's doing just as well in those charity strip attempts. And for the Lander Lady Tigers here, they actually have a pretty good amount of free throw shooters that are above 50 to 60% here. Most of them averaging maybe 1 or 2 attempts per game, though. So it's going to be a little different. If the Lander wants to win, they got to get the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats in a little bit of foul trouble. Both these teams don't score a lot of points. In fact, they both actually rank in the bottom 5 in scoring. Lander Valley averaging 39.1. Thermopolis right behind them at 35.1. So 4 points more per game for Lander Valley. As far as shooting goes, Lander Valley sitting at 11th out of 16 teams in the 3A class at 31.9%. Thermopolis right behind them with 30.1. Both these teams looking for a win to get into this groove right before regionals. There is no doubt that both these teams could use this victory. The Lady Tigers come into this game 0-5 in conference play, 4-14 overall. Meanwhile, Thermopolis, like I said, they got their first conference win last night. They are now 1-3 and 3-15 overall. Both girls sitting at the bottom of their quadrants. This is not a conference game technically. They are both in the 3A West. Lander just in the Southwest, Thermopolis in the Northwest. That'll do it for our Lander Journal keys to the game, and we will be back right after this with our Sutherland starting lineup. You're listening to 93.1 KFCW.
Sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Hey there, how's your day going? Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Welcome back here to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. They did figure out the referee situation. They got some local refs here from Riverton. It looks like Cyril's going to keep the stripes on, though. Can't wait for senior Brennan Stauffenberg to take a picture with Cyril Stauffenberg, his dad. That'll be a great photo for the wall. It'll make it look like Brennan won all his games thanks to the refs. But we don't know that. We actually know that he doesn't win those games because of the refs. We've had some rough reffing over Brennan's physicality the last couple games. He either gets the calls and he goes to the line, or he doesn't get the calls, and there's just a tantrum on the court, not by him, but by everyone that saw a foul. So aside from the refs here, I think with less than 80 seconds to go before tip-off, it is time to bring you our Sutherland starting lineup. And for the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats, they're going to start number 3, J.C. Bass, averaging 4.7 points per game. Cameron Farrell, averaging 7.1 points per game. Ina King, averaging 1.3 points per game, but averaging 3 rebounds. J.C. Owsley, wearing a new number 10. She's going to be averaging 6.8 points per game and 4.2 rebounds per game. And finally, Ruth Ann Johnson, averaging 7.2 points per game and 6.4 rebounds per game. And with this, I will get back into our Sutherland starting lineup in a minute after our national anthem.
Our national anthem will be played by Alan Hartnett, 8th grader, Lander Middle School.
Got a guitarist instead of a singer today. Performance by a middle schooler. That kid does not look like he's in middle school. I will tell you that much. So with that, our Sutherland starting lineup returns. And speaking of returns, the Nordic ski team has returned from practice at Beaver Creek. Their senior night, like I said, tomorrow going to be here. They're going to take over the senior night for the last game of the Lady Bobcats and Bobcats home season. Reminder that 1A, 2A regional tournaments start next week, but Lander not in 1A or 2A. They have a game in Lyman. That is their last regular season game. And back to our Sutherland starting lineup here. We're going to go with the announcer themselves announcing the starting lineup. Number 2, Kendall McFadden. She's done a great job coming into that varsity lineup starting spot. Darian Bell, a senior, averaging 3.2 points per game. I didn't mention Kendall's. Kendall's averaging 3.8 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. She's doing great defensively as well. Darian Bell, a senior, like I mentioned. Megan Winfield, another senior and leading scorer for the team, 8.2 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game. And then Adeline Anderson averaging 7.1 points per game and 5.6 rebounds per game. Let's hope that she is 100% healthy today. She's been limping in most of her games as of late. And Lily Hamilton, the senior, averaging 2.5 points per game, playing great defense underneath the basket. She's doing a great job. With that, our Sutherland starting lineup is done, and our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show is over. We appreciate both sponsors there. Hampton Inn & Suites did a great job housing me for a couple months, and can't say enough about Sutherland's. They're helping me put my house together. So, Adeline Anderson going to go up against JC Bass first. I'm sorry, that wasn't Bass, that's Ina King, and the ball goes to Thermopolis. Immediately coming up the court, Cameron Farrell. She's going to be at the top of the key, hounded by Kendall McFadden. Passes it over to the wing, now back over to the corner, and that's going to be JC Bass with the ball. Passes it up to the top of the key. Number 10, JC Owsley. Owsley back to Farrell. Farrell still going up against a tough McFadden. They're just pushing off each other, and now JC Bass has an open lane to the paint, and she gets it in there to Ina King. Ina King gets stripped on the way up for a layup. They end up pushing the ball all the way out to the top of the key. Rebounding it technically is Thermopolis, and now they're going to try and set up again. And now, wow, right inside goes JC Owsley, but she passes it out to JC Bass, and Bass gets the first points of the game with a 6-foot floater. And now Darian Bell comes up to the wing, and she immediately tries to penetrate, and she does. She puts up a little layup off the glass. Oh, a little short off the iron, and rebounded by Thermopolis. Thermopolis now with Cameron Farrell. Farrell goes over to 23, Ruth Ann Johnson. Johnson now at the top of the key, passes it back to Farrell. Farrell trying to penetrate and does not do a good job against McFadden and her sticky defense. They get the switch they want, though, as number 10, JC Owsley, throws up a shot after she gets the pick and roll. No good. Rebounded by Darian Bell. Bell now inside to Anderson. Anderson goes up against Ina King, puts up a shot. No, she passes it inside to McFadden, who puts up a layup way too strong off the backboard. Rebounded by Owsley. Owsley now throws it out to Johnson. Johnson on the corner, passes it back out to the wing to Owsley. Owsley does a little spin move, gets inside, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by McFadden. And McFadden with the nice rebound there. She's going to be dribbling it up the court against Bass. Bass gets off of her, and now the ball goes to Darian Bell. Bell over to the wing to Megan Winfield, where she likes to shoot. Inside pass to Adeline Anderson is stolen. Turnover number 1. And that turnover is the first of the game. And it is going to be Farrell. Farrell over to Owsley. Owsley from the top of the key for 3, no good. And a falling rebound by Lily Hamilton hits the court. They're going to call a foul on number 11, Ina King. That is her first personal foul. So with 5:41 to go on our Wild Today scoreboard, Adeline Anderson inbounds it to Darian Bell, still looking for the first points of the game. Bell passes it over to the right side, near side, to Megan Winfield on the wing. She looks for a 3. She tries to dribble inside, dribbles it off her foot, and that's a turnover. And Ina King gets the steal, backs it back out to Farrell. Farrell now going up on top of the wing to against McFadden. Farrell has to pick up her dribble, passes it back out to Owsley. Owsley now all the way across to Bass. Bass, and almost stolen, and now it is stolen by Kendall McFadden. Bad pass by Bass. And McFadden now with the ball, passes it over to Bell, and it's stolen. That ball stolen by Farrell. Farrell going coast to coast, puts up a shot, no good, steps on McFadden, pretty harsh. And then a long pass to Adeline Anderson. Great pass, but then she turns around, tries to fling it at Megan Winfield, and she cannot hold on to the ball, out of bounds. Turnover number 3 by Lander. Fast-paced game, 4:52 to go in this first quarter. Only 2 points up on the board, and that is from JC Bass, the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats player there. And now Owsley dribbling up the court, passes it back out to Farrell. Farrell dribbling around, trying to get a play called. Thermopolis in their purple unis with yellow sides and yellow numbers trimmed in white. Lander in all white, trimmed in green, and now a bad pass goes over the back of the half-court line, and that's going to be a turnover on Thermopolis. Just a bad pass, wasn't really defense oriented there. So McFadden Moving left to right on your radio dial is Lander. Lander now passes it over to Lily Hamilton, going to put up a three from the corner. No good, rebounded by Ina King. And Ina King quickly passes it off to Bass. Bass, top of the key, looking for someone to give it to. She gives it back out to Owsley. Owsley now around the key, gives it to Farrell. Farrell dribbles around, passes it over to the far side corner to King, and now a bad pass on the floor, picked up by Darian Bell. That'll be a steal for Lander. Turnover by Thermopolis, and Bell quickly dribbles up to the wing, thinks about a three, gives it to Winfield. She'll take it, and that's nothing but net. Winfield for three. Winfield, last time that these two played each other was, Winfield was not there, I don't believe. And now with Thermopolis going down 3-2, they quickly try and get inside the paint, but pass it back out to Owsley. Back out to Bass. Now to the corner for a three, and that was Ruth Ann Johnson for three. She got it from the far side corner, and it is 5-3 now, 3:29 to go. And a bad pass by Darian Bell, almost stolen, but picked up by Kendall McFadden. Bell now trying to penetrate the left side. She gives it back out to Winfield. Winfield, another three. That one's going to be short. And rebounded by Lily Hamilton. Tries to put it back. No good. Rebounded by Anderson, and that one's good. Anderson doing a great job learning how to do the putbacks correctly and quickly. She's really grown in that aspect of the game. I got some Thermopolis fans next to me that are a little rowdy as it's 5-5 with 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Now Owsley at the top of the key going up against Winfield, trying to get the pick and roll, doesn't get it, puts up a little floater off the glass, no good, in and out. Rebounded almost by Ruth Ann Johnson, but then kicked out to Ina King. So Thermopolis still with the ball. Now Bass at the top of the key picks up her dribble, gives it to Owsley. Owsley back out to Farrell. No substitutions so far, and we are almost 6 minutes into the game, and now we have a timeout by Coach David Villa of the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. It's 5-5, 2:34 to go.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. It is 5-5, 2:34 to go in this first quarter, and Lander has the ball. No, Thermopolis has the ball, I'm sorry. Standing in front of the student section is Ruth Ann Johnson. She inbounds it to JC Bass. Bass now going up against Kiera Friday, who has come in the game, and they're going to do another over and back as Thermopolis with the fourth turnover. They just tried to pass it, and it looked like it might have gotten tipped by Lander, but they said no. So Kiera Friday now gets the inbound pass. Friday back out to McFadden, and Sandra St. Clair also in the game, as well as Aislinn Donahue. Didn't expect to see her here, and she puts up a shot. Aislinn Donahue's been hurt for the last 3 weeks. I didn't even have her on my score sheet, considering I did not see her at all in warm-ups. Donahue's shot no good, pushed out of bounds by Thermopolis. Now McFadden with the high inbound pass to Adeline Anderson. Shot from the free throw line, no good, and rebounded by Ruth Ann Johnson of Thermopolis. That was a great look by Anderson, just couldn't get it to fall. And now it looks like number 5, Cameron Farrell, going inside and blocked by Adeline Anderson, averaging 3 blocks a game, and they're going to call that a penalty? And no, that was a foul on Kendall McFadden before the block. So hold your horses. That's going to be a shooting foul as number 5, Cameron Farrell, going to the line. Boy, what a block by Anderson, though. That's going to put some sort of momentum. Farrell, a 51% free throw shooter. First shot up and good. So it is 6-5 now. Thermopolis with 120 seconds to go in this first quarter. Coach Cox opting to not go in the fancy dress or fancy outfit she typically wears. And second free throw, no good by Farrell, rebounded by Adeline Anderson. And now McFadden with the ball. McFadden dribbles to the top of the key, tries to dribble around JC Bass, can't get it. And now Megan Winfield puts it out to Aislinn Donahue, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by McFadden, back out to Anderson from the free throw line. That one's nothing but net. Adeline Anderson, another nice shot, makes it 7-6 with 90 seconds to go. Thermopolis trying to get back on top, passes it out to, what number is that, 23, to Ruth Ann Johnson. She put up a 3, and that was an air ball. And saving it from going out of bounds was Aislinn Donahue. Gives it out to Megan Winfield. Quick pass inside to Anderson. Anderson back out to McFadden. Now Friday trying to penetrate. She goes in with the left hand, gives it back out to Aislinn Donahue. Donahue back out to Friday at the top of the key. You can tell she wants to shoot it. Friday goes inside, passes it back out to the left side corner. And now back out to the top for Megan Winfield for 3. No good. Rebounded by Aislinn Donahue. A high shot. No good. Rebounded by Anderson. And Anderson's put back also no good. So 4 missed shots there in the course of 30 seconds. And it is still 7-6. 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. And now a quick 3 by number 10, Owsley. No good. Rebounded by Adeline Anderson. She was hounded underneath. She had to get rid of it. Now Friday with the ball. Friday, now they're going to call a timeout. Lander. And Lander looking for a final shot type of moment here in the first quarter. 35.7 seconds to go. It is 7-6. Lady Tigers at home.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
High Plains Power.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back here. Lander, 35.7 seconds to go. They bring in the same crew of girls here. Megan Winfield gets the inbound pass and a high pass to Aislinn Donahue. No good. Whatever play they were planning on drawing up did not work, and that is another turnover by Lander. And now with 29.6 seconds to go, Thermopolis looking to get something going, down 7-6. It's going to go inside to Owsley. Owsley now all the way out to the right side, far side of the wing. Passes it back out to Johnson. Johnson, quick inside pass, but they have to pass it back out. She got stuck. Winfield almost gets the steal. Owsley now puts up a crazy shot. No good off the top of the backboard. 10 seconds to go. Megan Winfield with the ball. Winfield quickly dribbling down, trying to find something. Friday, 5 seconds to go. Friday almost loses the ball. She does. Thermopolis gets the ball, and they're going to have to put up a final shot, and that's going to be no good. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 7-6. Lander on senior night. We will be back with the rest of the first half on 93.1 KFCW, and we're streaming on Wild Today's YouTube page.
Offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. And I almost forgot, it's not only Lander's senior night tonight, it is also Shoshone and Wind River's senior nights tonight. So good luck to them. I know they're having a good time. You can hear Shoshone right now on 99.1 playing against Grable. Cody Beers got stuck with Shoshone. And now Adeline Anderson quickly, with 10 seconds into the second quarter, puts up a 7-footer, and that is good. And so now it is quickly Thermopolis' turn to answer, and a quick drive by Cameron Farrell puts up a crazy shot, no good. Rebounded by Ina King, but stolen away by Kendall McFadden. And McFadden now dribbles it up to the top of the key, passes it over to Aislinn Donahue. Donahue inside to Anderson. Anderson back out to McFadden for a long two, in and out, no good, and rebounded by Thermopolis. Thermopolis is Austin Slagle maybe, hopefully saying that right, with a face mask. Now inside pass to Ina King at the top of the free throw line. Gives it over to Daslin Hunt, hopefully saying that right as well. Cameron Farrell on the key, on the right side of the key. Back out to Hunt. Hunt now inside to King. She's going up against Donahue. Puts up a shot and no good. Way too hard off the backboard. Rebounded by Adeline Anderson. Kiera Friday now gives it off to Aislinn Donahue. Has to stop, pick up her dribble. Gives it inside to Anderson for another long two. Air ball, nothing but air. And quickly rebounded by Daslin Hunt. Hunt, nice look there inside on the fast break to Cameron Farrell, but goes body to body against Anderson. No good. And now we're going to get our first look at Jamie Shoyo Ferris in tonight's game, the freshman that came in and really put a hurting on the last team that we played. They came out and scored 7 points. And now the quick inside pass to Ruth Ann Johnson, puts it off the backboard, and that one's good. And it's 9-8 now with 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Friday, top of the key over to Anderson, and now she's going to give it out to the left side of the key to Ferris. Ferris back to Anderson. Nice give and go. No good, though. And Ferris almost gets the rebound. Doesn't get the height, though. And rebounded by Thermopolis. Cameron Farrell now at the top of the key going up against Adeline Anderson. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere. Now Ruth Ann Johnson back over to Bass. Bass now back over to Slagle. And now at the top of the key, Thermopolis just kind of handing it off, hoping that they get the mismatch they want. Bass now has the ball, tries to penetrate, passes it back out to Hunt. Hunt almost loses it, now she does. Nice hustle there by Kiera Friday, and that's going to be a held ball, and that's going to mean it is still Thermopolis' ball, possession arrow, inside of 6 minutes to go in the second quarter now. 9-8, Thermopolis, long pass to the top of the key to Bass, and now Bass gives it back out to Farrell, going up against Kiera Friday. Friday doing a good job playing sticky defense. Now on the left side, near side of the key is Hunt. Hunt now passes it inside, now an open lane, but she's going to put it up from a free throw line. Is Ruth Ann Johnson. Looked like she could have been fouled there. They're going to not call it. Missed by Johnson, but rebounded by Anderson. And Anderson now cross court, gives a nice give and go inside to Shoyo Ferris for her first points of the game. Nice give and go. Good vision there by Adeline Anderson. And now Thermopolis right in front of the student section. Tipped ball by Megan Winfield, but then it's actually tipped out of bounds by J.C. Bass. And it is out of bounds on Thermopolis. Darian Bell now coming in. Kiera Friday and Adeline Anderson coming out. So for your Lady Tigers, we got Shoyo Ferris, Megan Winfield, Aislinn Donahue, Kiera Friday, and Darian Bell with the court right now. And now Winfield at the wing. Picks up her dribble, tries to dribble between her legs, almost loses it. Now left side, far side of the wing. Oh, Aislinn Donahue with a missed three, just nothing but air there, air ball. And Thermopolis gets the rebound. They got numbers if they want. They're going to put up a three as Owsley with the three. And that is her first points of the game. And we're tied at 11-11 with 4:35 to go in this second quarter. Bell, huge mismatch. She's got the tallest girl for Thermopolis up against her. Darian Bell, the shortest girl on Lander's team. Back over to Winfield on the wing. Inside to Shoyo Ferris. Ferris puts up a little left-handed floater, no good. Rebounded by Slagle. Slagle trying to get out of the backcourt. They got to hurry. They're almost at 10 seconds, and they cross the half-court line. Into the forecourt now is Cameron Farrell. Passes it over to Ruth Ann Johnson for three, nothing but the backboard there. Looked good from this angle, but just too strong. And Megan Winfield with the rebound. She's going to try and go coast to coast. Has to pass it back out to Darian Bell. Left side, far side of the wing, and she almost goes out of bounds, and she does. She steps on the baseline. Darian Bell, another turnover for Lander. And now we got some more substitutions. We got Adeline Anderson back in the game, Lily Hamilton back in the game. They're going to take out Kiera Friday and Aislinn Donahue. So we got three seniors on the court with Bell, Winfield, and Hamilton. And now a quick three by Thermopolis. No good. That three by Farrell off the wing. Rebounded by Darian Bell. Bell going to go all the way down to the wing of her own near us and right in front of the Thermopolis bench. Adeline Anderson now with the ball, and she's going to travel. That's a turnover. Anderson has done that quite a few times this season. She's getting better at it, though. She picks up the dribble and tries to go in for a little floater, ends up taking an extra step, and now we got a timeout by Thermopolis. We will be back. It's 11-11, 3:28 to go in this second quarter.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Tied at 11, 3:30 to go pretty much in this second quarter, 3:28 to be exact. And now the long pass from all the way in the backcourt to the forecourt now. And a quick inside pass to Slagle, back out to Farrell now. Thermopolis trying to get someone involved inside the paint. And Owsley at the top of the key going up against Lily Hamilton. Great defender. And now back out to Farrell. Farrell dribbles all the way out to the mid-court logo there. Has to pass it out to the top of the wing to Hunt, and now back out to Slagle. They cannot get inside even if they're trying. They're trying to penetrate now. Picks up her dribble, almost travels. They have to pass it back out. Now a steal by Lily Hamilton. Hamilton one-on-one. She's going to go all the way down, and she's going to put up a shot, and it's blocked partially. Gets her own rebound, and she's trying to get out. She gives it back out to Darian Bell for 3. Oh, off the back of the iron, no good. And rebounded by Anderson, who just throws it out of bounds. And boy, what a series of opportunities there for Lady Tigers. Just couldn't capitalize on them. And now a quick inside pass to the half-court logo to Owsley. Owsley now picks up her dribble, gives it inside to Slagle, going up against Shoyo Ferris. Now she has to pass it back out to Johnson, who penetrates, and it's stolen by McFadden, or they're going to call that a foul. We got a foul on number 23. That is Ruth Ann Johnson. That's her first. And that was a reach on the steal there by McFadden. Good call. Tied at 11 still. 2:25 to go in the second quarter. McFadden on the wing. She gets surrounded by Lady Bobcats, and she has the ball stolen away from her behind her back. And Thermopolis now almost travels, and a couple Lady Bobcats trip on their own. And that's going to end up being a turnover, it looks like, on Thermopolis. Don't know what happened there. Looked like Owsley tried to pass it on a outlet pass there, and both Lady Bobcats just fell. And no, that is not a turnover. They're going to call that out. No foul, so Thermopolis going to inbound it. Don't know who touched it last, but Thermopolis inbounding underneath their own basket. Now quickly out to the left side, near side of the wing, and that's going to be Owsley with the ball. Inside pass to Hunt. Hunt going to put up a little 3-foot floater, no good, off the backboard. Rebounded by Anderson and almost thrown out of bounds, but saved by Ruth Ann Johnson. Throws it right inside to Darian Bell. Bell now going to go across the court, now inside to Adeline Anderson quickly. She puts up a high arching shot, and she's fouled on that shot from 5 feet out. And the ref that saw the foul is going to call that on number 23. That's Ruth Ann Johnson's second in a row. Now she has 2, and Adeline Anderson going to the line. Anderson, one of the better free throw shooters at 57%. First shot up and nothing but net. Anderson with 3 points in this quarter, 4 in the first quarter. She's got 7 of Lander's 12 points, and now we got Ina King coming back in for the foul-troubled Ruth Ann Johnson. Adeline Anderson, second shot. Up and good again. She's matched her first quarter point total. And now full court press for Lander. Darian Bell almost gets the steal on the inbound, but they pass it inside to Owsley. Owsley going up against Hamilton. Owsley going to go all the way down to the baseline, has to pass it back out to Hunt. Hunt now back out to Farrell. they obviously had an idea of what they wanted to do there. They're facing man coverage here. And man-on-man defense is all Coach Cox likes to do. So they're going to go inside to Slagle. Now out to Enoch King. Has to pass it back out to Farrell on the wing. Farrell goes inside on the baseline. Back out to Owsley, who is going to put up a three, and that is good. That is Owsley's second three of the quarter. And it's 14-13 Thermopolis with 70 seconds to go in this first half. Now Shoyo Ferris on the wing, on the right wing, near side, inside to Adeline Anderson, back out to Ferris. Ferris trying to dribble around. She puts up a little floater off the iron, no good, and it's rebounded, and a couple girls fall on the ground. Lily Hamilton and Enoch King run into each other, and they're going to call it last touched by Thermopolis. So with 55.3 seconds to go, McFadden right in front of us is going to inbound the ball. A couple late substitutions here. JC Bass. And now Darian Bell with the ball. Down by 1 point with less than a minute to go. Winfield for three from the wing. No good. Rebounded by Adeline Anderson. She puts up a putback. Little floater, no good there. And almost rebounded by Aislinn Donahue, but rebounded instead by Thermopolis. And now going court to, all the way down the court. Now a shot up by Thermopolis. Sorry, I'm looking at my score sheet and looking at the court here. 35.2 seconds to go, and it looks like a foul on Slagle of Thermopolis. Push in the back there to try and give Hunt or Bass some more space to shoot the three. So Bell, with 30 seconds to go, has the ball, passes it to the right side, near side to McFadden. McFadden inside to Winfield, trying to dribble around. Now she gives it back out to Anderson, and a bad pass, and Winfield can't handle it. She loses it out of bounds, and that's the 9th turnover by Lander, compared to 7 for Thermopolis. Full court press, 21 seconds to go. Inbounds it to Bass. JC Bass now dribbles around, has to hand it off to Farrell. Farrell at the top of the key, 12 seconds to go. Student section for Lander screaming. Back out to Farrell. Enoch King doesn't get faked out by the fake shot clock, and now a long three by Thermopolis. No good. That was by Daislyn Hunt, and that is going to end the quarter. So at the end of the first 16 minutes, it's 14-13 Thermopolis, and we'll be right back with our Central Wyoming College halftime show here on 93.1 KFCW and streaming on Wild Today's YouTube page.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees. Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Heinz General Store has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945. For this week's special, see their website at HeinzGeneralStore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online, download the app, and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Stadium, and we are in the middle of our Central Wyoming College halftime show. Remember, for information on Central Wyoming College's 4-year bachelor degree programs, as well as how you can earn those degrees from the comfort of your own couch, be sure to visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. Some great news for the Lander boys as Kyson McClung, no brace on his arm. He's making layups. He could be playing tonight after missing most of the season with a broken arm. They could desperately use him for regionals and state. Not that Abe Lopez or Caleb Bartoni or Brendan Stauffenberg won't suffice, but my goodness, to have Kyson McClung, a great three-point shooter, back, that's a great addition to this team before the nitty-gritty games coming up. Well, this game, in the middle of it, with 16 minutes already down, ended with Thermopolis up 14-13. And that is based off of a couple different girls here. J.C. Owsley has 6 points, 2 threes from the second quarter, and Ruth Ann Johnson had a 3 of her own. She also had a 2 in the second quarter. She has 5 points. And then J.C. Bass with 2 in the first quarter, and Cameron Farrell with 1 free throw. Add that up, that's 14 points there. On Lander's side of the ball, Adeline Anderson with 8 of the Lady Tigers' 13 points. 2 for Jamie Shoyo-Ferris, the freshman, and a 3-pointer from Megan Winfield to start the game. That equals 13 points. And right now, Lady Bobcats, Lady Tigers, both kind of evenly matched, both missing some open shots, a couple layups underneath the basket, not going for either team. And both could have probably benefited from a call or two that was not called. In fact, we have no shooting fouls except for the one on Cameron Farrell there, so not a lot of free throws. I guess Adeline Anderson did have 2 as well, but for the most part, pretty clean game as far as the refs go. Refs from Riverton, like I said, they are local. They had to put a hodgepodge group together after the referees got stuck in Casper for this game. And so with that, I don't know exactly what the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats are planning on doing when they come out here. They're doing great from the three-point line. They are having a pretty good night there. They have 3 threes already. They could continue to try and do that. It's not going to be easy to keep that kind of success, and if Lander gets hot under the basket with Adeline Anderson or Jamie Shoyo-Ferris or Lily Hamilton, who has no points at the moment, they could have a really great night under the basket. That's what they've been looking for weeks, as the Lady Tigers really trying to get that inside post game to work a little bit better. As far as Lander's defense, they're doing a great job keeping the Lady Bobcats out of the paint. The only problem is they're giving up threes that are going in as the Lady Bobcats come out of the halftime locker room. 2:45 to go here until tip-off. We'll be right back on 93.1 KFCW.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back. And that WYO Today app should be able to lead you to two different broadcasts of this game. The Thermopolis crew sitting in front of me, you can listen to them on 101.7 KDNO, and you can watch their stream with their call, homers for Thermopolis, former basketball coach and a doctor at Hot Springs Health. They both live in Thermopolis and have players on the boys team. And you can listen to their call on WYO Today's YouTube page as well. If you are a Lander fan, don't change that dial on 93.1 KFCW, or if you're watching on WYO Today, our YouTube page. We want to thank Central Wyoming College for sponsoring this halftime show. Remember, for all information on their four-year bachelor's degree or how you can get that degree at home, be sure to visit cwc.edu. Quickly back into the action here as Lander gives it inside, and now quickly around the key. Lander trying to give it out to Aislinn Donahue. Donahue back out to the top to Hayden Goggles, making her first appearance. She drives into the paint. No good off the backboard. Rebounded by Winfield. Putback is good by Winfield. First points of the second half go to her. And quickly it is 15-14 now. And now a quick steal by Aislinn Donahue. Donahue right in front of her is just one player. She goes up for the backboard, and it's good. Quickly 4 points. Donahue, first points of the game, first points in a long time. She's been injured for about 3 weeks now, maybe longer. I haven't called her name in quite a while. So now 17-14, less than a minute into the second quarter. And Ina King trying to go inside. Looks like she was fouled. See who it's on here. Foul on Hayden Goggles. That'll be the freshman's first. Not a shooting foul. She was going into the baseline there, and they're going to quickly get a substitution in here. Owsley coming out. She is crying. She is in some pain. Don't know what happened. Missed it entirely. I don't know. She got stepped on or something, but inbounded quickly to Farrell. Farrell inside to Ina King. Ina King puts up a 7-footer. No good. Air ball. Rebounded by Adeline Anderson. Oh, looks like she got elbowed in the face. That might be it. And Lander, Winfield over on the far right side. Lander moving right to left. Hayden Goggles goes inside on the paint. Left-handed floater, no good. Off the backboard, rebounded by Ina King of Thermopolis. Thermopolis now moving up the court over to Daislinn Hunt. Hunt now gets around the defense inside the paint, puts up, that's a travel. Yes, it is. That's going to be the 8th turnover that I have here for Thermopolis, 9 for Lander. Inbound to Hayden Goggles, 6:40 to go in the third quarter, 17-14. Goggles at the top of the key. She almost travels herself. Gives it out to Aislinn Donahue on the near side corner. Back out to Winfield on the wing. That's her favorite spot. She's going to pull up for three off the back of the iron. No good. Tried to rebound with Goggles, and she's going to get her second consecutive foul. She just put her whole body, going to be an over the back there. Goggles quickly coming into the game and getting her second foul. So inbounded here to Cameron Farrell. Crosses the timeline. Farrell going up against McFadden. Gives it over to Hunt. Hunt on the left side, far side to Base. Base now back over. Now driving the baseline and gives it back out to Ina King. Ina King back out to Base. Base at the top of the key now to Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Farrell. Farrell inside to King. She gets inside but gets the ball stolen, ripped away, and then it's landed on by a Lady Bobcat. Lady Bobcats get the ball back. McFadden was already all the way down on the other side of the court looking for the outlet pass. She had to run back. Thermopolis now with the ball for almost a minute. A crazy shot put up there by Farrell. Farrell's shot no good, rebounded by Winfield. Winfield and Lander have numbers if they want, and a long outlet pass to McFadden, and it's tipped out of bounds before it gets to her by Hunt. Wow. Two passes could have been made in between that pass. It wouldn't have been as fast, obviously. So McFadden underneath her own basket. Passes it inside to Winfield. Winfield tries to put up a shot. Looks blocked, partially blocked. Oof. And now a bunch of Lady Tigers on the ground. Oh, and then the Lady Bobcats almost score on their own basket. I haven't seen that yet. She ends up picking up her dribble and realizing it as the Lady Bobcats all yell at her. And now over on the right side of the ball here, Hunt. No, they're in charge of music down there. Hunt puts up a shot, rebounded by Johnson. No, the music is down there. Sorry, we got someone from the Bobcats team trying to figure it out. I didn't see the foul, but the foul will be on Adeline Anderson. I apologize for not doing that call right there. A quick shot underneath the basket. Fouled is Ruth Ann Johnson. First free throw's up and good. Back to normal here. Lady Bobcats almost scored on their own basket. Two Lady Tigers were on the ground, weren't getting up because they were laughing, thinking it was a foul. And it's 17-15, 5:06 to go in this third quarter. Johnson's second free throw up off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Farrell. And Lander quickly has to get back on defense. Farrell inside pass to Johnson. Johnson on the cross court over here to Hunt. Hunt now on the cross court to Base. Base has to give it back out to Ina King. Now back out to the top of the key to Farrell. They're just playing a little pass around, trying to get someone open. Back out to Base. Base tries to penetrate, back out to Hunt. She's going to put up a three uncontested. No good, in and out, and tipped out of bounds by Thermopolis. Boy, what a sequence of events there that led to just the last minute has been pretty crazy. 4:36 to go in the third quarter. Lander up 17-15. Bell going up the court. Left side, near side to McFadden. McFadden picks up her dribble, gives it back out to Adeline Anderson. She's got a long 10-footer if she wants it. She dribbles, puts up a little left-handed floater, no good. Rebounded by Winfield and puts up a putback, no good, but she's fouled on that putback. Great vision there by Winfield as she is fouled by number 5, Farrell. And Winfield will go to the line. Winfield shooting 62% on the season from the free throw line. One of the better shooters on the team. First shot up and good. Winfield now has 3 points in this third quarter. Couple substitutions, Base and Farrell coming out. 24, Candace Bowman coming in. And it looks like J.C. Owsley recovered from that hit to the face. Second shot by Winfield, no good. Rebounded by Lander, though, and a putback by Aislinn Donahue. That one's good, and that's her 4th points of the second quarter. Now a quick full court press here by Lander. They have to hand it off to Hunt. Hunt gets it over the timeline, gets the nice pick and roll that she wants, hands it off to Ina King. Ina King takes 2 steps, almost a third, passes it out to Bowman. Bowman now inside to Owsley, uncontested 7-footer, no good. She gets her own rebound, though, and puts up a shot as she's running, and she's fouled. No good on the shot. Foul by number 3, Darian Bell. That's her first. And that's not a shooting foul, even though she put up the shot. She was just running and looks like just put up a crazy prayer, so that's not going to count. Bowman now over to Hunt. Hunt back to Bowman, wearing a face mask. Bowman gets inside the lane, blocked by Adel and Anderson, and the outlet pass to Winfield, now to McFadden. McFadden, the easy 2. That's her first points of the game. And now McFadden's points make it 22-15, 3:30 to go in this third quarter. And McFadden gets the steal, and she's going to be all alone if she picks up the ball, and she does. Gets the ball a little blocked, and that's going to be a foul. She couldn't get the ball off the ground fast enough. Foul on Daislyn Hunt. And McFadden going to go to the line for her third consecutive point here. Nice steal by McFadden, but the ball was just rolling on the ground. She slowed down to pick it up. First shot up and good. If this was football and it was a fumble, would have been a scoop and score the way it was on the ground, but she could not score, so just the scoop. 23-15 now. Substitutions coming in. J.C. Bass coming in to replace, looks like Daislyn Hunt. Second shot by McFadden, no good. And the rebound to Thermopolis. Quickly, Owsley comes down into the paint. She puts up a contested shot up against 2 Lady Tigers, and that is good. Owsley for her first points of the third quarter. And now Megan Winfield with the ball, gets it from Darian Bell. Winfield inside the paint, puts up a left-hander, and the ball gets stuck in the rim. That's going to be no good. Held ball. That means Thermopolis' ball, actually. The possession arrow is not on the scoreboard. It's in front of us facing away. So it's Thermopolis' ball. Lily Hamilton going to come in for Aislinn Donahue. So with under 3 minutes to go, it's 23-17 Lady Tigers. Thermopolis inbounds it to full court press. J.C. Bass tries to get over the timeline, and she does. Bass over to the right side, near side to Ina King. Now to the top of the key to Bowman. Now over to the wing to Owsley. And now on the other side of the wing, Bowman puts up a shot, no good, but rebounded by Owsley. Now back out to Bowman. Inside now to number 3, J.C. Bass, and she puts up a 8-footer, no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Lander. Winfield now with the ball. Gives it back out to Bell. Bell can't handle the ball, but she gets it back. Bell trying to dribble around Bowman. She gets it back out to Winfield on the wing, near side. Lander going right to left on your radio dial. Winfield goes inside, gives it cross court to Kendall McFadden, and she is fouled on her way inside the paint. Looks like Shoyo Ferris going to come in here, and Kiera Friday going to come in here, and the foul is going to be on Cameron Farrell, her second. Substitutions coming in, like I mentioned, Ferris and Friday coming in for Winfield and Anderson. Cyril Stauffenberg not donning a referee outfit anymore. He heard me say that. And Ferris gets the inside look in the inbound. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Darian Bell. And now inside to Ferris. She puts up another shot, and that one's good. Bounces around, and that's her 4th point of the game. Now Owsley trying to get the envelope pushed into Ina King. Brings it back out to the top of the key to Bowman. Bowman to Owsley, guarded heavily by Lily Hamilton. And Owsley puts up a crazy shot off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Kiera Friday. Friday now dribbles across the timeline, gives it to Darian Bell. Bell over to the right side, far side to McFadden. The inside pass to Ferris is tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay Lander ball. Under 90 seconds to go, 25-17 Lander. And do we have a timeout? Looks like we have a timeout, Thermopolis. We'll take it with them. Like I said, 8-point lead for Lander, 90 seconds to go in the third quarter.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back. Quick 30-second timeout is now over. And I just now realized that all of the coaching staff has sweatshirts on with the numbers of the seniors tonight. Great representation. And this coaching staff in their first year without Cyril Stauffenberg doing a good job, even though their record is 4-14. They've put together a team that likes to play together. They just need to get some more points up on the board. And right now, inbound pass to Lily Hamilton, no good. Actually stolen away before she could even get the shot. And that was by Owsley. Owsley now inside to Slagle. Slagle off the backboard. That's her first points of the game. Darian Bell with the rebound, or with the inbound. And now Lily Hamilton gets it back inside to Darian Bell. She puts up a little 5-foot floater, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Friday. Friday with the putback, no good. Hamilton with the rebound. She passes it off to Ferris. Ferris, her putback is good. And the lead remains 8 with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Owsley dribbling right in front of us, gets it stolen away by Darian Bell and actually tipped out of bounds. The steal not completed. Now we got wholesale changes for Lander. We got Goggles coming in, Aislinn Donahue coming in, Megan Winfield coming in, and Adeline Anderson coming in. Only player not leaving for Lander is Jamie Shoyo Ferris. 48 seconds to go, inbound to Cameron Farrell. Farrell now to the top of the wing to Owsley. Owsley inside, gets it stolen away by Donahue. Donahue, nice steal there. And Donahue quickly passes it to Winfield down court. Gives it back out to Donahue, and that ball almost stolen. Goggles retrieves it, gets it inside to Adeline Anderson, who drives the baseline and puts up a 2. That's good. Oh no, they're gonna call it a player control foul. As you can hear, we are sitting by some Thermopolis fans. Adeline Anderson's second foul. 23 seconds to go. Baby in arms. We got someone screaming, so we'll see what happens with the baby sleep next to us. And Thermopolis quickly, with 15 seconds to go, gets inside the paint. Bowman puts up a shot, rattles it around, and that's her first points of the game. Bowman, nice shot there. Floater over Anderson. Megan Winfield gets the ball. She gets swallowed up on the wing, and that leaves Ferris open for a little floater of her own at the end of the quarter. No good off of the iron. 27-21. Lander at the end of 3. And we will be right back with the fourth quarter of play from Lander.
Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Welcome back, Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. That third quarter was one of the best for Lander. They scored 14 points to Thermopolis' 7, and no threes in any of that, actually. All 2s and some free throws here, as the ball inbounded to Megan Winfield. Remember, Lander going right to left on your radio dial. Inbound and throws it into Ferris. Ferris tries to get it back out. Stolen away by Thermopolis. And now Thermopolis trying to push the envelope here. They pass it around to Cameron Farrell. Farrell back out to Johnson. Sorry, the numbers, they're getting covered up by the hair there. And Hunt passes it back out to Farrell. Farrell gets to the top of the free throw line, passes it back out to Johnson for 3, and off of the front iron. Looks like it was partially blocked by Ferris. And now a quick outlet pass. Adeline Anderson loses her shoe and still makes the play, gets the backboard, and she slips. And for a girl that's been limping the last 3 weeks, great athleticism. She has to now tie her shoe. It came off right around the free throw line, and she took 2 dribbles and went up, and Coach Cox cheering on her player with a smile. 7:20 to go, 8-point lead for Lander, 29-21. Both these girls very low-scoring teams, and they're keeping it that way today. Thermopolis going left to right, and now Farrell goes all the way inside the paint. Nice block by Winfield, but they get the ball back. Thermopolis does, and now Johnson inside, passes it crazy. The long pass to number 5, Cameron Farrell on the wing. She cannot control it, and that is another turnover I lost track of the turnovers here. First time doing this all by myself. Ernie, if you're listening, I do miss you, buddy. Adeline Anderson gets the ball on the top of the key, passes it inside to Hayden Goggles. Nice left-handed ball there off the backboard, and it rolls in. 31-21, under 7 to go in the fourth quarter. Farrell now dribbling it up to the top of the key. Lander looking to keep the paint clear. They're doing a good job. Now over to left side, far side to Base. Base now back out to Owsley for 3. Off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Base. Puts up a putback 5-footer. No good. Rebounded by Goggles. Goggles now going one-on-one, and they're going to call a foul. As number 2, Daislyn Hunt, tried to reach in and steal that ball. 5 fouls for the Lander, 4 fouls for Thermopolis, and Megan Winfield gets the inbound. Top of the key against Owsley. Now she dribbles all the way around to the right side, far side. Cross-court pass to Aislinn Donahue. Donahue dribbles it around to the paint. Top of the key now to Anderson with both shoes on. Almost travels, gives it off to Hayden Goggles, who goes inside the paint, puts up another left-hander, and another 2 by Hayden Goggles makes it a 12-point game, 6 minutes to go. Farrell passes it off to Owsley. Owsley on the wing, tries to inbound, tries to get it inside, stolen away by Donahue, and Donahue tries to give it off to Goggles, who ends up turning it over herself. And then another turnover by Thermopolis. Just some sloppy passing here. Long pass to Adeline Anderson, who is waiting down in the paint, and she gets her shot blocked. They're going to call that a foul, though. See who that foul is on. Foul is on 23, Ruth Ann Johnson. That's her third. 33-21, 5:37 to go. Adeline Anderson going back to the line. She made both shots earlier in the second quarter. First shot here, up and good. That gives Adeline Anderson 11 points so far in the game. And Thermopolis making some substitutions here. They bring out Farrell, they bring out Johnson. I did not see who came in, I'll get you that in a second. Adeline Anderson's second shot, nothing but net. Now she has 12 points in the game. Owsley dribbling it across the timeline. Top of the key over to Bowman. Bowman with the face mask goes up against Goggles, almost gets it stolen, and it does. Goggles with another steal. She passes it off to Aislinn Donahue, who gets it picked out from behind her, and that goes out of bounds off Thermopolis. Lander will keep possession. 5:20 to go. They're going to pass it inside underneath their own basket. Megan Winfield to the right side, far side of the key to Anderson, and Anderson just throws it away. Another turnover by Lander. And with the ball going out of bounds on the left side, near side of the key, they're going to inbound it there. It looks like a timeout first. And we will take it with them. 35-21, 5:16 to go in this fourth quarter. It's all Lander looking for their 5th win of the season.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Welcome back. Coming back inside of the game here as Thermopolis put up a 3, no good. And then as Lander rebounded it, ran down the court, Megan Winfield got tripped up and a held ball. That means Thermopolis' ball there. Just another turnover for Lander. Thermopolis down by 14, 4:50 to go. Owsley dribbles it up, passes it over to Bowman on the wing. Bowman dribbles it to the top of the key, hands it off to Hunt. Hunt gives it over to Ina King, almost loses it on the wing. Back out to Owsley. Now passing around the key to Bowman. Back out to the right side, near side to Hunt. She dribbles the baseline, goes up against 3 Lady Tigers, and she got pushed out of bounds. Let's see who they're going to call the push on, and that's 34. That's Goggles' third. And that's Adeline Anderson, sorry. Writing down the foul for the wrong person, can't do that. Adeline Anderson has 2, Hayden Goggles has 3, and now inbounding to Owsley. Owsley gets the shot on the free throw line, and she takes it, puts up the shot, and it's good. Now it's 35-23, and full court press now coming from Thermopolis. They get it across the timeline. They got numbers here. Winfield going to put up a 3 instead. Oh, off the front of the iron, rebounded by Ferris. Ferris then gets the ball stolen, and it goes off the foot of Winfield. Another turnover by Lander. Thermopolis with some life here. 4:05 to go, 12-point deficit. Owsley dribbles it up across the timeline, not being paused at all by the defense, and looks like a foul. Off-ball foul by number 10, Owsley. She did something to Goggles. Goggles holding her hand, and she's going over to the ref. Something happened between Goggles and Owsley that led to the foul on Owsley. So Adeline Anderson going to inbound it hard all the way down court to Shoyo Ferris, who can't control it. Anderson, I don't know if that was out of bounds on Thermopolis, but they're calling it out of bounds on Thermopolis. For those not watching on Wild today, Adeline Anderson was down on one side of the court, threw a football pass and hit the foot of Ferris, and Thermopolis tried to reach for it, and now an inbound pass to Adeline Anderson, puts up a bank, no good. Rebounded by Anderson, throws it out to Ferris. Ferris inside to Aislinn Donahue, puts up a shot, no good. Winfield gets the rebound, and she puts up a shot, no good, but they're going to call a foul first. Very hectic play underneath the basket right now. Wish I had my glasses. Foul on number 11, Ina King. That's her second, and that is number 7 on Thermopolis, meaning Winfield, even though she didn't go up for the shot, is going to go to the line for 1-and-1s. 35-23, 3:37 to go. Winfield looking to get another free throw opportunity. She got her first one, nothing but net. Her first points of the fourth quarter. She now has 7. And Winfield's second shot up and good again. So Winfield with 8 points. Thermopolis now down 14 again. 3:35 to go. They dribble it up court. Now to Owsley on the wing. Owsley gets blocked up by Anderson. Anderson has to. They have to push it over to Cameron Farrell. Farrell now to Hunt. Tries to penetrate back out to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Shit's good. I thought it was and 1. I think other people did too, but she gets the 3 either way, and now Goggles gets the ball. Passes over to Ferris, who's going to take a 3, and that's good. Shoyo Ferris with her first 3 of the game. Shoyo Ferris, definitely more of a center. She took that shot from the left side of the key, and that was nothing but net. Maybe she should take more of those. Owsley now inbounds it, or inside pass, and that's stolen by Lander. Outlet pass to Adeline Anderson, puts up the shot. Too hard, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Owsley. She's swallowed up by Lander players. She has to give it off to Farrell, who's now got numbers. She's going to put up a shot from the free throw line, no good. Off the backboard, rebounded by Megan Winfield. Almost gets it stolen. She keeps dribbling, though. She keeps going into the paint. She's going to put up a shot. Didn't have enough oomph on it. Rebounded by Goggles. Goggles back out to Ferris. Now over to Anderson. Anderson gets fouled by 23, Ruth Ann Johnson. That's Ruth Ann Johnson's 4th. One more and she's out of the game. 2:24 to go in that game. And Bowman going to come in for base, and Farrell coming out. They're going to keep in Johnson, though. No, Johnson's now coming out for a name that we have not called yet tonight, 21. And as we look for that number, they called a timeout. We'll take it with them, be right back. 40-26, 2:24 to go.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back. We did get another name, 21, Charlie Slagle, obviously related to number 30, Austin Slagle. Charlie, though, a freshman, does not get much playing time, and she's coming in down 14 with 2:24 to go on Lander's senior night. And with that time left, Adeline Anderson going to the line after that foul before the timeout. Anderson, first shot up and good. That's missed. I'm sorry. That's her first miss of the night as far as the free throw line goes. Now she's 4 for 5. And on the scrum that ensued, they're going to call a foul on Adeline Anderson. That's her third. And now we're going to go 1-for-1s on both sides as number 4, Maggie Landon, going to get the free throw here. This is her first entry into this game, first time we've even seen her number. And within 4 seconds, she's able to get to the line. Free throw, no good, though. Rebounded by Lander, stolen away by Owsley. Owsley under the basket, gives it out to Hunt. Hunt, instead of taking the easy 2, goes out to the top of the key, hands it off to Landon. Landon shoots an air ball from the 3-point range. Boy, Hunt had an open look under the basket. It would have been the easiest 2 she had all day. Instead, she ran to the top of the key and passed it over to an open Maggie Landon, who just whiffed it. Adeline Anderson gets the inbound pass to Kiera Friday, crossing the timeline. Now over to Goggles on the key. She makes a Thermopolis Lady Bobcat just fall to the ground. Puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Thermopolis, and they throw it away. Thermopolis' 6th turnover of this half. 1:51 to go in the fourth quarter, 40-26 Lander. Lander looking for their first win in 8 games. And now Kiera Friday over to Hayden Goggles from the left side, near side of the key. Nothing but net. Hayden Goggles, one of the better 3-point shooters for this team, and she's showing it right there. Now it's 43-26. Daislyn Hunt dribbles it up court, gives it off to Landon, who gives it off to Bowman. Around the key, back to Hunt. Hunt passes it over to the left side, far side to Owsley. She's going to put up a 3, partially blocked. Hits the back of the iron, though, and rebounded by Friday. Friday kind of gets tripped up, and they're going to call a foul. And that'll send Kiera Friday to the line. Foul on number 10. That's Owsley's second, I believe. Yes, it is. So now Kiera Friday looking for her first points of the game. Oh, no, that was Goggles. I'm so sorry. 34 and 24 look a little similar with hair in the way. Goggles going to the line. She puts up her first shot, and that one's good. Nothing but net. Goggles with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points in this fourth quarter alone. 18-point lead for Lander, 1:22 to go. Goggles puts up her second shot. That one's also good. So a 19-point lead now, and we got a timeout by Lander. We'll take it with them, 45-26. Under 90 seconds to go in this game. Lander looking for their 5th win. They might get it.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Well, I think Thermopolis has understood that they probably are not going to win this game. 19-point deficit 82 seconds to go, so they're putting in a lot of freshmen, names that we haven't called, names that the two guys in front of me haven't called for most of the season. They got two freshmen in there right now, Millie Johnson, number 12, and Charlie Slager, number 21. And Bowman inbounds it to Hunt. Hunt playing on a sore ankle. You can see that wrap on it. She's been playing for most of the game, but they said that she hasn't played a while. And now 21, Charlie Slagle, her shot is blocked underneath the basket. 1:12 to go now, same score. Hunt trying to inbound it over Darian Bell, and she does, but the ball gets away. Picked up by Bowman at the top of the key. Bowman over to the right side of the key to Hunt. Hunt puts up a shot and hits the right side of the backboard, but she was fouled on that shot. She'll go to the line. That foul on 25, Lily Hamilton, that's her first. She hasn't been in the game very much for senior night. She definitely got her flowers and her dues with the swimming team as they just once again dominated, as Lander does. And first shot for Hunt, up and good. That's her first points of the game, believe it or not. Hunt's been out there for most of the game, her first points. Speaking of swimming, Lander boys won their 27th consecutive state swimming title. That is just insane. Second shot, no good by Hunt. Lander boys swimming just continues to dominate. I don't know if there's another word for a team that's won 27 straight state championships, and they're going to get their parade tonight in Lander. Hopefully we can get out of games in time. Megan Winfield for three from the top of the key. That's good. Why not add a little bit of insult to injury here on this win? 48-27, Lander, as Hunt now dribbles it up to the top of the key. Now over to the wing. Now back up to the top of the key to Bowman, who puts up a three off the side of the iron. And last touched out of bounds by Thermopolis. Hunt just ran right into her own sideline. And all the Lady Bobcats picked up their feet. They didn't want to step on her. Darian Bell has to ask for someone to come inside. Inbounds to Megan Winfield. Winfield, after that three, she's going to dribble inside. Puts up a 8-footer off the backboard. It's good. And one. Megan Winfield with the turnaround. And the foul on 24, Candace Bowman. That's her first. 20.3 seconds to go. Ernie, if you're listening, you are missing a victory, my friend. 50-27, 20 seconds to go. Winfield's free throw good. Old-fashioned three-point play. And now with 20 seconds left, Thermopolis looks to probably take this last shot here. Over to Bowman at the top of the key. Puts up a long three. And off the backboard way too hard. Rebounded by Kiara Friday. Winfield dribbling all the way across the timeline. 5 seconds to go. She's just going to go up and put another layup in. She is just milking it here. Winfield with 3, 5, 7, 10 points in that fourth quarter as the Lander Lady Tigers win 53-27. We'll be back with our post-game show right after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, where we just saw a Lander Valley Lady Tigers win. Welcome to our Click It or Ticket postgame show. First win in 9 games. I actually counted back. First win since early January. That was just a heck of a victory. 23 points in the fourth quarter. 10 by Megan Winfield, 9 by Hayden Goggles, 4 by Adeline Anderson, a 3-pointer by Jamie Shoyo Ferris. Just a heck of a game. Couldn't have asked for a better performance on senior night by the Lady Tigers. Their win 50-27 over the Thermopolis Bobcats, who now move to 3-16 and 1-1 on the weekend. Lady Tigers now move to 5-14, and they play again tomorrow. We'll be here 2 o'clock. That'll be a good game against Worland, I believe. I got to double check. I believe it's Worland. And that'll be a good game as well. Thermopolis, Lady Bobcats just beat Worland last night on a last-second buzzer. So if the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats lose like this, I wonder what the Lady Tigers can do tomorrow. Now, with our Click It or Ticket postgame show, we'll get right into the full stats here. For the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats, 1 point for Daislyn Hunt, 2 points for JC Bass. She got those in the first quarter. 1 point by Cameron Farrell. I feel like I was calling her name all night. For her to not only get 1 point, but to not have anything after the first quarter is kind of impressive on the defense for Lander. 10 points for JC Owsley. That's their leading scorer. Ruth Ann Johnson with 9. Candace Bowman with 2. Austin Slagle with 2. Add that up, that's 27 points. Now over to Lander's side. Kendall McFadden with 3. Aislinn Donahue coming back from injury. She got 4, got both of those 2-pointers in the third quarter. Megan Winfield, 16 points. Hayden Goggles, 9 points, all in the fourth quarter, like I mentioned. Adeline Anderson, 12 points. She had 8 at halftime. Jamie Shoyo Ferris, the freshman, coming in and really dominating as soon as she started coming in. 2 points in the second quarter, 4 in the third, 3-pointer in the fourth, total to 9 points. With that, our players of the game, I think it's pretty obvious. Megan Winfield with 16 points is our Papa Murphy's player of the game. And we're going to go ahead and give that Gatorade player of the game to Hayden Goggles. Adeline Anderson's got more points, but Goggles has not been in the game as often, and she had 9 all in that fourth quarter. Really proved herself really well. And with that, I want to thank our Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're going to have an expedited postgame show so we can have a pregame show here with the Lander boys. With our players of the game, I want to thank Papa Murphy's and Gatorade as always. We'll be right back with our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show right after this.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit landergambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or any time, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back. We're about to get some senior night presentations here on our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here at the Lander Stadium here, Lander Fieldhouse, Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, should I say. And as I get all of my score sheets all set up, I will bring you the Lander Journal, Keys to the Game. Reminder, you can start or continue your subscription today at 421 East Main Street. You can get Lander Journal, The Ranger, or Wind River News sent to your house. Lots of cool stuff cooking in there, especially in the sports pages, if I can toot my own horn here. And with those words about Lander Journal, let me bring you up to speed here on the two teams you're about to watch. Lander coming in 12-6 on the season. That's number 1 in the southwest quadrant of the 3A boys class. They're 4-1 in conference play. Meanwhile, the Thermopolis boys, we covered them earlier. They had a few solid games, but they are 4-15 after losing to Worland last night. That makes them 0-4 in conference play. At the bottom of the northwest quadrant of 3A boys. And right now, it's pretty easy to tell who the Thermopolis Bobcats need to hone in on if they want to win this game, and that is Brennan Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, a huge game the other day. He's averaging almost 15, he's averaging 15.1 points per game. As I will get those in just a second. And Brennan Stauffenberg averaging 15.1 points per game. Abe Lopez also averaging double digits with 13.4. And boys, watch out as Kyson McClung is not wearing a brace. He is practicing. He's looking good on the court right now. We'll see if he actually plays. Caleb Bartoni Also looking good, Brendan Stauffenberg cutting his hair, and looks like Kyson McClung is playing. McClung not played in almost 2 months. He still averages 8.1 points per game. I think he averaged about 10 before that final game, and he's one of those players, if he gets open from 3, he's going to shoot it, and he's going to shoot it from anywhere on the court. That's someone that Thermopolis is going to have to hone in on, and with that, Thermopolis now offensively, without Corbin Simmerall, is going to have to do a lot of work. Cord Simmerall, 12.2 points per game. He leads their team in almost everything, including rebounds, averaging 6.2 points per game. If Lander is smart, they will really, really go at Cord and make them pass out to players like Delmonico Dukes, averaging 2.6 points per game, Gavin Shumway, averaging 8.5 points per game, McCoy Longwell, averaging 7.7 points per game. And if they can get the ball out of Cord, out of either of the Simmerall brothers' hands, is really the way you want to win this game if you're playing against Thermopolis. And with that, our Lander Journal keys to the game. We appreciate the papers out there in Riverton. And with just under 5 minutes to go before tip-off, we're going to take one more break and get your Sutherland starting lineups all ready to go.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming and Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Welcome back. If you're watching on WYO Today's YouTube page, you're seeing a pretty dark court right now. They're going to do something special with the senior boys here. And just got confirmation Casey McClung is healthy. He is starting. He is a senior, so this is even better for the senior. They're going to be able to get him in here on senior night after missing 2 months worth of games. That is awesome to hear. And as they announce the senior night, we will keep you up to date here with the senior night presentations.
From the west side of the court. Hi, my name is Braden Lincoln. My parents are Paul White and Braden Lincoln. My siblings are
Braden Lincoln's voice being heard all over the stadium. Lincoln getting a good group of family there with him. Lincoln, a senior that's averaging, let me get my numbers out here, not a dry eye in the house here. Lincoln not averaging very many points per game, 3.5, but he's a strong defensive player. Nice standing ovation as he goes to the half court here. Abe Lopez. You never hear his full name. It's Abraham. Don't know why you would be surprised,
I
but
would like to thank all of the supporters and the fans of the Lander Tigers who take time out of their day to come support. I would also like to thank all the
you can hear Lopez's voice. They're doing, instead of announcing the senior nights, they have the seniors kind of announcing themselves.
My parents and my big brother for always.
Lopez had an up and down season. A couple games he didn't start. No real reason why. Coach Mullins saying that something over the week happened, and since then it's been kind of an on and off situation with him starting. He will be starting tonight, and Coach Mullins gets a ceremonial blanket there by Abe Lopez. Lopez, one of the better players in 3A. He is very physical underneath the basket.
Super speed crossover to Talon Whelan for the future. And my favorite basketball memory is my first varsity game against Sheridan. I come off the bench and I had 17 points. I was very proud of myself. Lopez out.
Lopez out is how he ends his senior night announcement, and that is very much Abe Lopez. Third senior coming out here. Looks to be Kason McClung. It is. Mother and father next to him, as well as his sister. Very lovely people. Ernie and I got to sit by him at a JV game and talk shop for quite a while. That was when McClung had his arm broken and in a wrap, and now it's completely healed. Let's hope that he is fully healthy and ready to shoot some threes today. His sister, I don't want to mess up her name. It might be Kayla or Kelsey. I believe it starts with a K as well. She gave me some Play-Doh last time I talked to her. I don't know why, but she keeps Play-Doh on her at all times. Kason McClung wearing some pink shoes on senior night. Big shout out for Kason. Everyone knows how emotional he is coming into this game after so long not playing with the sleeve on his leg.
Hi, my name is Brennan Stauffenberg.
And of course, Brennan Stauffenberg with the fresh haircut. His sister Demi graduated last season. She was a 1,000-point scorer for the Lady Tigers underneath Coach Cyril Stauffenberg, who's out there with him not wearing a referee uniform.
I would like to thank Coach Mullins for everything he has done, not only
Coach Mullins giving hugs all around. They all know each other very well here. Obviously, Cyril, part of the Lander Valley coaching staff for so long, the athletic director. Stauffenberg leading the team in points per game with 15.1. And he gave a shout out to Caleb Bartoni in his senior day speech. Bartoni definitely going to take over the mantle here. And a big group of applause here.
Coach Mullins and his staff would like to thank all the seniors and their parents for a great 4 years.
If you hear that, I'm playing like quadruple duty tonight. I'm also taking pictures since our photographer stuck on the road. And a gift for Coach Mullins coming out. Don't know what this is.
There we go.
Is that a belt buckle? Coach Mullins is sitting in my way. Oh, it's a necklace. It's one of those homemade necklaces that has the Lander Tiger on it. You see people with them all over the place. There's a lot of them here today. That necklace handmade, and it seems like we are about ready to get going. I will take one more break in our Hampton Inn Suites pregame show, and when we come back, it's on Thermopolis Lander Senior Night. We'll be back on 93.1 KFCW.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, and we will jump right into our Sutherland starting lineup. Remember, for all your home improvement needs, go to Sutherland's out here in Riverton. Take it from me, I got a new home here with my pregnant wife, and there's a lot of work to be done. First place I went was Sutherland's. I implore you to do the same. So, starting off for the Thermopolis Bobcats, we have number 0, Jet Longwell. Let me give you some points while we're here. Jet Longwell averaging 4.8 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game. McCoy Longwell averaging 7.7 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game. Hadley Johnson averaging 3 points per game and 2.4 rebounds per game. Gavin Shumway averaging 8.5 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game. And Cord Simmerall averaging the team high 12.2 points per game and 6.2 rebounds per game. He leads the team in pretty much everything, including points, rebounds, free throw attempts, field goals made with 53, and his brother Corbin out with an injury, leg brace on. Landers starting 5, the 4 seniors that we just introduced, Kason McClung, Brennan Stauffenberg, Abe Lopez, and Braden Lincoln all starting. The only non-senior starting is Bennett Washburn. McClung, like I said before he got injured, averaging 8.1 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. Braden Lincoln averaging 3.5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game. Bennett Washburn really finding his stride underneath the basket, 5.6 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game. Brennan Stauffenberg leading the team with 15.1 points per game and 7 rebounds a game. And then Abe Lopez at 13.4 points per game, 3.1 rebounds. I would easily expect Caleb Bartoni, number 12, to come in at some point soon. He has been a really big help off the bench, and whenever Kason McClung got hurt, he was the immediate starter to take his place. Brennan Stauffenberg even gave him the torch at the end of his senior day speech, saying that Caleb Bartoni will take over his role, and it's easy to see why when you watch Bartoni play. He only averages 7.7 points per game, but he plays bigger than that. He plays like a center that likes to shoot the 3, and he's tall. He is a tall guy. He's got really high basketball IQ. Just watch out for Bartoni. And with that, our Sutherland starting lineup. We appreciate Sutherland's. For all your home improvement needs, be sure to check out Sutherland's, as we will take it to the PA announcer for their starting lineup announcement. Big standing ovation from the student section. My wife running the camera says I should do the PA announcement. I don't know if I could do that very well, but we got a game brewing right here. Lander in white unis, green numbers, Thermopolis in black unis, purple numbers with gold trim. That'll be a little difficult to see without my glasses. Ernie here, missing you, buddy. And Brennan going up against Jet Longwell to start the game, and the ball goes to Lander. Kason McClung gets the first ball in the first 2 months that he's been here. Brennan Stauffenberg now at the top of the key, back over to McClung on the wing. Lander moving left to right on your radio dial. Now on the far side of the key, Braden Lincoln back over now, cross court to Abe Lopez, back out to Brennan Stauffenberg at the top of the key. He fakes the shot, gives it back out to Lopez behind the back. Now back out to McClung for three. Oh, no good. That would have been a great way to start the game for McClung, but rebounded by Thermopolis. And now McCoy Longwell goes inside the paint, almost loses it, does lose it. Turnover by Thermopolis to start the game, and now Abe Lopez a little Euro step, and that's good. That's what he does the best. Thermopolis now inbounds at full court press, almost loses it again as Thermopolis, and now he's dribbling too fast, kicks it off his foot. 2 turnovers in less than a minute for Thermopolis. Thermopolis coached by Shane Corpening. We got to know him pretty well when Ernie and I had to call some Thermopolis games earlier this season. Great guy. His team just not on the up and up right now, 4-15. Cross court over here to McClung on the left side, far side. Now back to the wing for three by Lopez. No good, off the iron. And they call a foul on the rebound. Who's that going to be on? Must not be a foul. They didn't throw up any numbers here. Just rebounded by Thermopolis. Now they're going to inbound it here. They're facing full court press over to McCoy Longwell. Longwell passes it over to the forecourt to Jet. Jet over to Gavin. Gavin now gives it to the top of the key, over to McCoy Longwell. Now back out to Hadley Johnson, who goes up the baseline into the paint, puts up a little 5-foot floater. That's good. 2 points for Thermopolis now. 6:30 to go, 2-2. Brennan Stauffenberg, new haircut, dribbling up to the top of the key. Back out to Bennett Washburn. Now to McClung, back out to Stauffenberg for three off the back of the iron, rebounded by Bennett Washburn at the free throw line. And now Stauffenberg gets it at the top of the key again. McClung gonna go into the paint, passes it off to Washburn. Back out now to Lincoln at the free throw line. Back out to Stauffenberg for another three. That one also no good, rebounded by Hadley Johnson. Excuse me. Hadley Johnson trying to get it over the timeline. He does. Gets it out to McCoy Longwell on the far side. Thermopolis going right to left on your radio dial in their black unis. Team was wearing purple unis in JV game. I wonder if they changed here. There's a few of them that were on the team. Hadley Johnson at the top of the key, throws it away inside the paint, stolen away by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg now dribbling, tries to get into the paint his own. He puts up a shot, it's good. Stauffenberg goes up against 3 Thermopolis Bobcats, puts his body up, and now a foul on 12, Cord Simmerall. And that's going to be and one. I didn't even see the foul call until after the bodies hit the floor. Stauffenberg's free throw up and good for the old-fashioned three-point play. Again, full court pressure. Gavin Shumway throws it over to Longwell. Longwell cross court, stolen away by Stauffenberg, and then stepped out of bounds. So a turnover turns into a turnover. 4 turnovers already for Thermopolis. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. 5-2 Lander. McCoy Longwell gets the ball in the backcourt, takes it into the forecourt, goes up against Abe Lopez. Nice inside pass to Simmerall, and now inside to Hadley Johnson. That's a nice 2. That actually wasn't Hadley Johnson, that was Jet Longwell, I'm sorry. Jet Longwell gets his first 2 points of the game, and now Braden Lincoln quickly goes in for 2, no good. He tried to do what Stauffenberg did and go up against a couple black jerseys, no good. McCoy Longwell now going up against Lincoln, and Lincoln gets the steal. Lincoln gives it immediately to Abe Lopez, who goes inside the paint. He's got 2. Lopez for 4 points now. 4:42 to go. That was really beneficial of Lincoln to quickly turn around and just give the ball to the first white jersey he saw. McCoy Longwell now going up against some defense and throws it away, stolen by Stauffenberg, who keeps it in bounds by throwing it all the way to Lopez, and now Lopez inside against 5 Thermopolis Bobcats, and it's good. He gets it up off the glass. I told you how physical he is underneath the basket, and boy, he's proven me right, I'll tell you that much. Jet Longwell now with the ball, passes it over to his brother McCoy Longwell. McCoy to the top of the key, gives it back out to Johnson. Johnson back to McCoy. McCoy getting heavily guarded. He slips and throws the ball away. Yet another turnover. Stolen by Washburn, but a held ball as the ball hits the ground. And that'll stay Thermopolis ball, so no turnover necessarily yet. Inbounding the ball will be Jet Longwell. All the way to McCoy. McCoy, quick 3, and that's nothing but net. McCoy Longwell, great 3-point shot there. Timeout by Coach Corpening. It's 9-7, 3:52 to go in the first quarter. We got a game brewing.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. Just now realizing that we still have our pregame border on. I apologize. Hampton Inn and Suites getting some extra coverage. 9-7, 3:52 to go in this first quarter. Nothing but just completed shots, nice looks, a couple threes, one by McCoy Longwell, and now Stauffenberg gets the ball over to Kason McClung. McClung back and forth to Stauffenberg, now back and forth to Lopez. McClung at the top of the key, gives it over to the left side, far side, now back up. McClung going to shoot a 3 from the top of the key, airballed it, and he's still getting used to some work here. We got pizza downstairs. I don't know where it's from, but got some pizza for sure, as I see every single Lady Bobcat coming in here with some pizza. And the Bobcats themselves, the boys team, cross-court pass all the way down to Hadley Johnson. Johnson tries to drive the baseline, back out to McCoy Longwell for 3, off the back of the iron, and rebounded by Stauffenberg. Now McClung. McClung over to Braden Lincoln, almost dropped the pass. And Lincoln up the baseline, back over to McClung, thought about shooting it, gives it to Lopez on the wing. Now back out to Stauffenberg, top of the key for 3, and that's good. Nothing but net for Stauffenberg.
For 3 assists Lopez.
Stauffenberg with 6 points, Lopez with 6 points. It's 12-7, all Lander. Lander's points obviously coming from those 2 seniors. Looks like Sixby and Bartoni ready to come in as soon as the next timeout happens. Thermopolis, top of the key. Gavin Shumway for 3, and he's got a 3. Threes just raining down here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Stauffenberg just a quick pull-up 3, and he's going to be no good off the back or off the front of the iron, and rebounded by Gavin Shumway. Shumway then throws it away, but they're going to call it foul first. Yeah, foul on 10, Braden Lincoln.
First foul.
That's the first foul of the game. Actually, Court Simmerall had one earlier. I apologize. First foul for Lander, I should say. And now we got McCoy Longwell and Hadley Johnson coming out of the game. And like I said, we have Bartoni and Sixby coming in for Lander. Number 20, Zach Hasty coming in for Thermopolis. We'll see who else came in. Number 32, Cody Bommingen. And now cross-court pass over to Court Simmerall. Simmerall's 3, no good. Rebounded by Sixby, who almost steps out of bounds. And a push going to happen on the pass on number 20, Zach Hasty. So inbounding the ball will be Kason McClung. Inbounds it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg with the haircut, almost impossible to recognize him when you think about it after watching all these games. Kason McClung gets the ball on the wing inside to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg pushes up and puts up a left-handed shot. It's good and 1 off the backboard. What a heck of a physical play. The foul going to be on number 0, Jet Longwell. Stauffenberg going to go for another old-fashioned 3. He's already got 1 in this quarter. 1:57 to go in this first quarter. Gavin Shumway coming out of the game. And Stauffenberg's free throw is good. Now full court press. by Lander. They give it to Cord Simmerall, who has to really quickly give it to McCoy Longwell. Hard inside pass to Jet Longwell, and he puts his shoulder into Stauffenberg, and that's going to be a player control foul. Jet Longwell's second consecutive foul. The shot will be no good. It remains 15-10.
Charge taken by Stauffenberg.
Yeah, charge taken by Stauffenberg. Well, no acting needed there. He got just pushed. Abe Lopez quickly going across the timeline. He goes inside, little Euro step. That's going to be a travel. That's a turnover. And Lopez will get those. He likes to go inside, and he goes so quickly he sometimes forgets how many steps he's taken. Inbound pass to Cody Bombingen. Bombingen back out to McCoy Longwell. Back to Hadley Johnson, who's back in the game. And now Cord Simmerall all the way back out from the inside over to McCoy Longwell, who goes inside, passes it back out to the left side of the key. Inside now to Cord Simmerall, who puts up a little 5-foot shot. No good. And a foul called, I believe, on, was that 23 or 24? That was 24. Abe Lopez's first foul of the game. So Thermopolis will retain the ball. 1:26 to go on our YO Today scoreboard. It's 15-10. McCoy Longwell quickly all the way out to the top of the key to Hadley Johnson. Now McCoy, I don't know if you got that on camera, folks, but McCoy Longwell went fake to three, and McClung, who has just come back from injury, went up for the block, and McCoy just huddled down on the bottom of the court and flipped over. So that's actually going to be a foul on McClung. Thermopolis with the ball now. McCoy Longwell at the top of the key. Back over to Johnson. Fakes a three. Gives it back out to Longwell. Longwell goes inside over to Cord Simmerall. Back out to Longwell. Longwell loses his dribble. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson going to put up a three. And no good. Way short. Rebounded by Bartoni. And he's fouled on his rebound as he tries to pass it. And that's going to be a foul on number 20. Zach Hasty. That's his second already. 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Kaysen McClung gets the inbound. Kaysen McClung, I should say, gets the inbound pass. Crosses the timeline, gives it back over to Stauffenberg. Gives it to Talon Whelan, who's now in the game. McClung goes inside, tries to penetrate, stops. Gives it back out to Stauffenberg. He's going to take a three. He's got another three. Stauffenberg having a huge first quarter for the senior. McCoy Longwell back and forth now with Hasty. Hasty gives it inside to Bombingen, who trips on the free throw line. Could have been a travel, but he gets the ball out. And now back out to the top of the key to McCoy Longwell. Going up against Whelan. Over to Hasty. Inside to Cord Simmerall. All the way across the key to McCoy Longwell for three. No good. Rebounded. Oh, blocked by Caleb Bartoni. What a block. And now Stauffenberg cross-court pass all the way into Sixby, who gives and goes to Caleb Bartoni for two. It's 20-10. It feels like it's 50-10 in this courtroom right now. Did I say courtroom? Yes, we are in a court of law, and Stauffenberg is leading it right now. Long three, no good to end the quarter. 20-10, all Lander Tigers on senior night. We'll be back with the second quarter from Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. It is all Lander here, 20-10. Stauffenberg with 12 points in that first quarter. I told you he averages 15.1 points per game. He's already, 5/6 of the way there? 4/5 of the way there, I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I've had to do fractions. Inbound pass now to Abe Lopez to start the second quarter. Lander in their white unis going left to right on your radio dial. Sixby gets the shot at the top of the key, passes it up. Now he gives it to Whalen. Whalen over to Abe Lopez, who drives inside, puts up a shot. And they're going to call it a held ball as he went up for the shot, and McCoy Longwell put a hand on it and just stayed in the air for way too long. It's Thermopolis ball. Does not count as a turnover. McCoy Longwell, they're facing full court pressure again. Thermopolis is, and they got to get it out of the backcourt. They got to hurry. Longwell back and forth with Shumway. Now they finally get it across the timeline to Court Simmerall. Almost loses the ball out of bounds. On the baseline, gives it to Del Dukes. Almost loses it. He does. Gives it back out to Dukes. Dukes with the shot too long. Sixby gets the rebound, passes it to Talon Whelan. And Whalen back out to Sixby on the top of the key. Whalen wide open on the wing here, closest to me, and that's good for three. Whalen with another three for this Lander team. Anybody can get it today. And Gavin Shumway in the backcourt facing double coverage. Passes it long over to Del Dukes, and now a shot by Cody Bomagen for three is blocked by Talon Whelan. Talon Whelan, I should say. I'm sorry. Now Abe Lopez gets the pass. He goes inside, almost travels back out to Sixby. He'll put up a three. No good. Rebounded by Bartoni, and a held ball as Bartoni and Bartoni and Longwell trying to get the ball at the same time. It's going to stay Lander ball. Abe Lopez is going to inbound it here. Talon Whalen gets the shot immediately, and that inbound pass goes to a three-pointer, no good. Whalen's ball rebounded by Braden Lincoln. Lincoln back out to Whalen. Whalen over to the left side, far side to Sixby. Lincoln now at the top of the key with the ball. They're trying to get something going inside, it looks like. Lopez going to penetrate, spin, puts up a wild shot, no good. Rebounded by Bartoni, putback no good. Looks like a foul though. Yep, foul on Bartoni on that putback shot. See who the foul goes against, and that's going to be number 32. And that is Bomagen's first. Sitting in front of me, Travis Bomagen on the Thermopolis side of the call. Bartoni's first shot up and good. That is Bartoni's third point of the game. Bomagen comes out, Hadley Johnson comes in. For your Lander Tigers, it's Lopez, Whalen, Bartoni, Sixby, and Lincoln on the floor. Bartoni's second shot up and good. Bartoni, one of the better free throw shooters on this team. Still facing full court pressure. Thermopolis has to find a way to get it across the timeline. Long football pass goes into the bleachers. That's another turnover by Thermopolis, the first of this quarter for them. 6:19 to go, 25-10, all Lander. And Bartoni's going to inbound it here right in front of his own bench. And lots of head shaking, no for the Thermopolis fans here. Lopez gets the ball, now over to Sixby on the top of the key is Lopez. Lopez dribbles inside, weird pass over the back of the head to Braden Lincoln. Now over to the left side of the key, back out to Lincoln. Bartoni thought about it for a second. Lopez at the top of the key, over to Whalen. Whalen at the free throw line, gives it back out to Lincoln. Lincoln fakes a pass, and he almost gets the ball stolen, and he has to give it back out to Whalen. Whalen going to shoot another three, and in and out. Oh my goodness, Sixby with the putback though, and one. Sixby's putback strong as he flexes on Thermopolis. The foul on Canyon Gerber, his first. Sixby with the old-fashioned three-point play coming here. And Sixby shot up off the back of the iron, no good, rebounded by Thermopolis. Thermopolis gives it over to Cord Simmerall. Simmerall passes inside, stolen by Sixby. Sixby 2-on-1 with Lopez. Lopez goes up, he puts up a shot, good, and one. Thermopolis cannot do anything against these fast break opportunities for Lander right now. And that's going to be a foul on number 11, Gavin Shumway. Oh no, that's on Simmerall. He held up one there. Lopez, first free throw up and good. 30-10. 10 points scored already in the first 90 seconds. Lopez and one made it 30-10, I should say. I didn't realize that they counted those 2 points. And now almost a turnover. Delmonico Dukes almost throws it over the half-court line. He ends up turning it over anyway. And then Lopez loses his dribble. He turns it over. Just a lot of turnover here. Not so much sloppy passing, just bad decisions. And full court pressure will do that to you. Delmonico Dukes over to Gerber on the left side of the key, near side. And he gets pushed up by Sixby. Sixby's first foul of the game. And now it looks like Shumway coming back in for Del Dukes. Delmonico Dukes, a great football player for Thermopolis. Haven't seen much of him in the basketball court. Long inbound pass to Hadley Johnson on the right side of the wing. Back over to Shumway. His pass almost stolen, and Sixby with another foul. Sixby just doing a lot with his body, not so much his hands, and he's going to be taken out of the game. Stauffenberg comes back in. Sixby with 2 penalties back-to-back. McCoy Longwell inbounds it into the backcourt to Shumway. Shumway passes the timeline. Over to Jet Longwell, now back out to Shumway. Shumway on top of the key. Oh, and then a bad pass. Johnson tipped it back out to Shumway, though. Shumway at the top of the key. Left side of the key now to McCoy Longwell. Longwell drives inside, puts up a right-hand floater. No good. Rebounded by Abe Lopez. Lopez going to drive up the lane. Gives it over to Stauffenberg on the right side of the key, or left side, I should say. Fakes a 3. Gives it back to Stauffenberg. He dribbles inside. Little 5-foot floater. Bounces around, and that is good. Stauffenberg now with 14 points. And now a long pass and a travel. That was 7 steps if I counted correctly. Brody Potter with the turnover. Lots of strong passing here by Thermopolis, and by strong I mean they're chucking it as hard as they can, and it's leading to turnovers and a timeout. 32-10, 4:18 to go in the second quarter. It's all Lander.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Welcome back, Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, 32-10 Lander. And Bennett Washburn back in the game, going up against 32 Cody Bomingen, 2 tallest players on the court. Now inside to Abe Lopez. He puts up a little floater there with the right hand, and no good. Rebounded finally by Thermopolis, and they're going to get the ball over to McCoy Longwell, crosses the timeline. He's double teamed immediately and stolen away by Abe Lopez. Lopez now going to do a little Euro step, and now the floater is good with the right hand. Lopez dominating the paint so far tonight. Braden Lincoln quickly on Gavin Shumway. They're wasting no time. And now a crazy steal by Stauffenberg. Thermopolis' passes cannot find any of the right people. Stauffenberg fakes a 3, gives it out to Kason McClung. He shoots up a 3, no good, off the backboard. McClung in his first game back, still scoreless. 3:23 to go in this second quarter. And Thermopolis having trouble getting out of the backcourt without long passes. Finally gets it inside to Brody Potter, who gives it out to the left side of the key to Canyon Gerber. Canyon Gerber for 3, and he is good. That's for his first points of the game. McClung now to the top of the key to Stauffenberg, to Lopez, back out to McClung. McClung fakes a little long 2, gives it back out to Stauffenberg. Washburn gaining some distance over on the left side, far side of the key. Now Lincoln at the top, gives it over to Stauffenberg. He's going to rip a 3, no good, off the backboard, rebounded by Thermopolis. Thermopolis down 21 points, 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Canyon Gerber over to McCoy Longwell, left open. He's going to dribble it around to the top of the key, try and get something started here. Over to Hadley Johnson on the right side of the key, back up to McCoy. And now inside to Canyon Gerber. He pulls up a little shot, no good, way too hard. Lopez now on the fast break. He's one-on-one. He's going to put up a little behind the back, and that is good. And stolen right away by Braden Lincoln on the inbound pass, who puts up a 3, and Lincoln's got his first points of the game. Boy, when Thermopolis tries to inbound it, they can't get anything going unless they go all the way across court. And now as they cross the timeline with McCoy, gives it over to Gavin Shumway, top of the key, back to the right side of the wing. They are just being stopped by this defense. They're not letting anything go. Gavin Shumway, long three, all you can do, and it's an air ball. If all you can do is shoot NBA threes, that's a testament to the defense.
Longwell, 300 Hastings, as well as Weber, all in.
And Coach Stu Mullins wearing his new neck gear there with the Lander Tigers shiny on it. Stauffenberg dribbles it across the timeline. Up 39-13. Stauffenberg, the quick give and go from McClung, and now a bad pass leads to a turnover. Thermopolis' Gavin Shumway goes in real quick, court to court.
Johnson for 2.
Oh, that was actually Johnson, I'm sorry. Hadley Johnson with his first points of the game. Braden Lincoln, long dribble, goes inside the paint. Looks like he's fouled, a big hand in there, knocked the ball out. That's going to be on number 10, Hadley Johnson. That's his first. Rough game for Thermopolis so far. Nothing's going their way. Lots of sloppy passes. Braden Lincoln now at the line as Thermopolis already has 9 fouls with 1:19 to go in the second quarter. So Lincoln going to try and look for his 4th point here with the 1-and-1s. Lincoln's first shot up off the back of the iron, no good. And rebounded by Lander, but a held ball, so it's going to be Thermopolis' ball. Inbounding to Gavin Shumway, who wasn't really ready for the pass. He's going to get the ball anyway. Now a long pass again, football pass. Now inside to Jet Longwell, who drives up the paint. He loses his dribble. He had an open shot. And now easy layup there by number 30, Ellis Weber. No good. He had no one in front of him. I don't think he was expecting to be that open under the basket. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, a nice pass inside to Bennett Washburn. No good. Putback, no good. And rebound by Washburn, but he puts it out of bounds. Thermopolis. And that will technically count as a turnover. Washburn had just as good of a look, if not better, as Ellis Weber had for Thermopolis, and they both missed it. Gavin Shumway throws the ball away, can't handle it. Now Caleb Bartoni gives it off to Stauffenberg. Bartoni back, he's going to take the 3 from the top of the key. No good, and it's going to be tipped out, rebounded by McClung. Good vision there by McClung. He saw nobody, and he tipped it all the way out. Talon Whelan now at the top. Now back over to Bartoni. Around the key to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to Coach Stu Mullins for some guidance or a play call. Stauffenberg taking up time, 10 seconds left to go in the game. He wants the last shot. He's going to put up a little 10-foot, and it's good. If you can't tell by the crowd applause, Stauffenberg, and now Thermopolis, the long, ooh, wow. A shot from the other side of the court almost went in. Thermopolis going into halftime down 41-15. We'll be back with our CWC halftime show. It's all Lander right now.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the CWC halftime show, and we're going to get a live performance here by the Lander dance team. I'm going to move the little graphic here so you can see it on WYO Today's YouTube page. The Lander dance team wearing bright pink pants. 6 of them out there dancing on half court line. While they dance, I will give you some stats from this first half. Boy, the Thermopolis Bobcats only scored 5 points in that second quarter. One of them was thanks to a 3 by Canyon Gerber, the other one a 2 by Hadley Johnson. That's their only points of the game. McCoy Longwell with 5 points in the first quarter, Jet Longwell with 2, and Gavin Shumway with a long 3 to start off the game. That brings you to your total of 15 points at halftime for Thermopolis. Definitely thought they were going to come out shooting a little bit better than that, but it's obvious they're missing Corbin Simmerall pretty badly right now. For your Lander Tigers, boy, almost everyone that has a white jersey on got to score in that second quarter. Sixby got a 2, Whalen got a 3, Braden Lincoln got a 3, Bartoni had a 2 in the first quarter and 2 free throws in the second quarter to make it 4 points. Stauffenberg with 12 points in the first quarter, didn't play a lot of minutes in the second, still got 4 points in that second quarter to bring his grand total to 16. He is already above his average. And then Abe Lopez with 7 points in that second quarter to bring his total up to 13. That brings you to our grand total of 41 to 15, all Lander right now, as we're watching the dance crew give a special senior night performance to the Lander student section side. They're not even facing us, but still a fun event to watch, and we will be back with our CWC halftime show and talking to Coach Melinda Cox after a victory. First time we've been able to do that in a long time. We'll be back on 93.1 KFCW.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees. Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organization.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Welcome back to the Central Wyoming College halftime show. I'm joined by Coach Melinda Cox, and we can finally talk about a victory for the first time in a little while. Coach Cox, how you feeling?
Really good. We played well tonight. The kids did a lot of good things. They executed what we wanted them to do, and I'm proud of their effort.
Yeah, that was a great game defensively. You held them under 10 points. You held them under 9 points in every single quarter. Your defense was just on point tonight.
Yeah, they did. We had a really good game plan coming in. I watched a lot of film on Thermopolis, and Thermopolis had a great win over Whirling last night, and they do some good things too. They're a bit of a young team as well, but our kids just executed exactly what we wanted them to do.
Yeah, that win last night was on a last-second buzzer beater, too. I mean, great. That was a great amount of momentum that just got stopped by you guys today, specifically stopped by Megan Winfield with 16 points. I know she got a couple of them in garbage time at the end, but Megan Winfield, man, she went off tonight on senior night.
She did, and we talk, sometimes you can say, oh, are you running up the score? We're not running up the score. I mean, what it boils down to is, kids, especially girls, need to build their confidence. And so you want them to continue to produce, even though the game is a little extended, because it sends a message about what they can do, what they're willing to do, and how, and have fun with it and still play basketball.
Adeline Anderson, another great night. No limping tonight, which was kind of the best part. She lost her shoe on that play and still got the points. And that shows what kind of player she is. She had 12 points. She's going to be great for you heading into regionals. What can you tell me about the defense that she provides for you guys? It was really on point tonight.
Right. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Adeline was tasked with guarding a couple of guards during this game, and she's athletic. She's athletic. She works hard. And she did a really good job making some adjustments defensively.
Some of my favorite moments from the game tonight was actually from some of your freshmen. Jamie Ferris, Shoyo Ferris, had a 3 in the fourth quarter. You had Hayden Goggles, had a great night. She had 9 points in the fourth quarter. This freshman group, you're going to utilize them in regionals, I imagine, yes?
Yes, I mean, I would be silly not to. They're a really good group of basketball. They're a good group of kids. We have some older kids. It's hard, you want to get the right minutes, but Jamie's playing really well. She's bought into what we're trying to do. Hayden Goggles has been with us all year, but Hayden's coming into running some of the point and doing some different things, and I've been really proud of how she's made those adjustments.
You could tell she was really comfortable at point guard there in the end. Yep. Last thing here, Aislinn Donahue, I wasn't expecting to see her. I'm glad that she's healthy. You kind of weaned her back in with a little bit of minutes. She got 4 points. You're going to start weaning her in more and more minutes starting into regionals?
Sure. Aislinn's just really solid. She plays really good defense. She's always in help side where we need her to be, and she rebounds. And so, the points will come, and she's a good scorer and all that kind of stuff. But she had been with a bit of an injury, and so she's back in and looked really good tonight. I was really proud of how she played as well.
Final thing, senior night, you can't say anything much more about your seniors. They all showed out. Yep. I know you still have a home game tomorrow. It's technically senior night for Nordic Ski Team. What did it mean to get this win with your seniors on senior night in front of this crowd?
It means a lot. We talked about that in the locker room too, just to make sure you stay focused, right? Because you have some emotion and it can be kind of sad, but then you got to go play basketball. And so you have to be able to move forward with those emotions, express them, get through them, and then move forward and get the win. And it was good.
Well, Coach Cox, congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Coach Cox, thank you very much, and we will be back with the conclusion of our Central Wyoming College halftime show.
Has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945. For this week's special, see their website at HeinzGeneralStore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online, download the app, and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
Welcome back to the Central Wyoming College halftime show. I gave you the stats. I gave you an interview with Coach Cox after a win. It's a great night to be a Tiger. They're up 41-15, 90 seconds before tip-off. Typically, I'd hand it off to Ernie here and talk about how the Lander Tigers could keep this lead and make sure they don't squander another big lead like they have in a couple games so far this season. But they're almost up 30 points, and Thermopolis having a lot of struggles passing the ball. They've got they have 14 turnovers already. Actually, I'm looking at the girls' game. I'm so sorry. I apologize. They have 15 turnovers already. So they have actually eclipsed the amount of turnovers that the Lady Bobcats had in their whole game within the first 2 quarters here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Lander only has 5 turnovers and 41 points, scoring 20 points or more in both quarters. Can't ask for much more if you're Coach Stu Mullins on senior night. So with that, I want to thank Central Wyoming College for sponsoring our halftime show. Remember, for all your information on 4-year bachelor degree programs, as well as how you can get them online from the comfort of your home, be sure to visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. We, at the beginning of this game, I said we might have a game, folks, because the last time these two played, it was pretty intense out in Powell for the Bighorn Basin tournament, and so far I have been proven wrong. Thermopolis really needs to get something going here if they want to have any sort of chance at this massive comeback, down 26 points, and they will get the ball to start off this third quarter as Gavin Shumway gets the ball at half court, tries to give it off to McCoy Longwell, gets stopped by Abe Lopez. Back and forth now, sticky defense by Lander still. Over to Hadley Johnson on the right side, near side of the wing. Thermopolis moving left right now to steal by Braden Lincoln, and an outlet pass to Abe Lopez. Easy 2. Lopez already back in form here. 43-15, not even 30 seconds into the third quarter. Long passing, they found a way to get past that full court press as Hadley Johnson gets inside, and he gets a quick 2 points. Nice passing there. They passed over 3 Lander Tigers and found an open Hadley Johnson. And now full court press of their own, stopping Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg gives it off to Abe Lopez. Lopez cross-court pass to Lincoln. Left side of the key, good for 3. And that's Lincoln's second 3 of the game. And just right back at it. Both teams doing full court pressure here. Lopez takes a hard foul. And he started to slip before he committed the foul there. 23, Stauffenberg's first. Wasn't deliberate or anything. He just went to guard him and started to fall, causing a trip. So Gavin Shumway now gets the ball. Mid-air pass to Court Simmerall. Back out to Shumway. Back over now to Hadley Johnson. Cross-court pass to Shumway. He's going to take the three, and that's going to be nothing but net. Gavin Shumway, first point since the first quarter. And boy, that was nothing but net. Now Abe Lopez with the ball, gets to the top of the key, passes it to Washburn. Washburn out to Stauffenberg. McClung from the free throw line for two, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Hadley Johnson. Johnson now dribbling across the timeline, facing two Lander Tigers. Gives it out to Shumway, back out to Johnson on the left side of the key. And Stauffenberg with the steal, and now Washburn with the steal, and ends up in Lopez's hands. Another turnover by Thermopolis. Lopez gets pushed as he's trying to drive inside the paint, and that's going to be a foul on Cord Simmerall. That's his third. Simmerall, one of their better players. He's in foul trouble already. That's not good. Casey McClung gets a wide open three. That's his first points in almost 2.5 months. McClung from three from the left side of the key. And boy, that's got to feel good not having a brace on that arm and making a three on senior night. Thermopolis crosses the timeline. Shumway on the right side of the wing near us. Cross-court pass to Hadley Johnson, has to corral it in. Inside now to Simmerall. Simmerall blocked up. Back to the top of the key to McCoy. McCoy gets the ball stripped as he goes up, and that's going to be a foul on Lincoln. That is Lincoln's second. They're not going to call it a shooting foul as he was going up. Didn't really go up with a shot, just kind of went up in general. McCoy Longwell inbounding underneath the basket. To an open Jet Longwell for three from the right side of the key. Looked like it was partially blocked by Casey McClung, and now a pass blocked out of the air, but it was picked up by McClung. Nice skills there by McClung to get open for that lame duck of a pass. Just tipped up in the air about 20 feet. And now Bennett Washburn at the top of the key. Back over to Stauffenberg on the left wing. He points Abe Lopez to the baseline, and now Stauffenberg just going to drive inside on his own, puts a shoulder in, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Thermopolis. Little behind the back pass goes awry and stolen by Abe Lopez. Lopez going to go take it down on his own, and layup is good. Of course it is. It's Abe Lopez. Lopez with his fourth points of the quarter already. Full court press means that Jet Longwell gets an open look inside the paint after getting a nice pass by McCoy Longwell. And then a bad pass by Stauffenberg leads to a turnover, and Cord Simmerall gets the shot blocked. I thought it was a foul, but no. McClung now with the ball. Nobody over here on this side of the ball. Braden Lincoln for three. That's good. Braden Lincoln with 2 threes now from the same spot, left side of the wing. 54-22. Hadley Johnson now with the ball going up against Stauffenberg on the baseline, and out of bounds, last touch by Stauffenberg. Boy, that last play, Thermopolis was also expecting the foul call, so nobody really moved down to the forecourt, and there were 3 Lander players open for 3. It ended up being Lincoln taking the 3, and now Lopez and Washburn out of the game. They bring in Sixby and Bartoni again, and a steal by Sixby right away. Sixby so good at that, and the outlet pass stolen by Jet Longwell. Just a tipped pass, wasn't necessarily the worst pass. It was inside to Casey McClung, and now a long pass saved by Thermopolis inside to Jet Longwell, who puts up a 2, no good, air ball. And you can hear the air ball chant from the student section. And Brennan Stauffenberg's dribble goes off the foot of Thermopolis, and Stauffenberg going to take a breather here. Jainito Monroe Black seeing his first minutes tonight. So on the court for Lander, you got Monroe Black, Casey McClung, Parker Sixby, Caleb Bartoni, and Talon Whelan. His name is so hard to say when you actually put the syllables together. And now Sixby out to the top of the key to Bartoni. Now back over to McClung. McClung fakes a 3. Over to Whalen. Whalen on the top of the key gives it over to Bartoni. And just around the key now, Monroe Black looking at a shot. He gives it out to McClung at the top of the 3. He wants to take another one so badly. And Talon Whelan now back over to Bartoni. Bartoni drives inside, puts up the layup. No good. He went through 3 black jerseys just to get to that layup and then get the foul. The foul is going to be called on 32. Cody Bommingen, his second. Going to the line for 2 shots is Bartoni. Bartoni's first shot up and good. That's his third made free throw. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Don't want to jinx him, knock on wood. Number 3, Canyon Gerber comes in for Gavin Shumway. Bartoni now, second shot, up 33 points, 3:27 to go. Now make it 34. Inbound pass goes to Gerber. Gerber has to go all the way across the court to Hadley Johnson. This full court press is no joke, and now a long football pass goes out of bounds, intended for Cord Cimarol. That's their 5th turnover of this third quarter alone. No full court pressure from Thermopolis anymore. Talon Whalen. And now Bartoni gets punched in the face almost. Foul on Cord Cimarol. That's his 4th. He was reaching for the ball, and it just looked like it got knocked off the head of Bartoni. Big props to my wife running camera tonight. 7 months pregnant, too. Anyone wants to start a GoFundMe for this woman that has to sit in these uncomfortable bleachers, it's all you. Now Jainito Monroe Black with the ball on the left wing. Gives it over to Brooklyn John. First time we've called his name tonight. And now he gives it inside to Jainito Monroe Black. Back out to Bartoni. Back out to Talon, back out to Bartoni, and now Sixby with the ball. They could waste as much clock as they want. 2:50 to go in this third quarter. They're up 56-22. Now over to Brooklyn John. Bartoni wants to take a 3. Fakes it, gives it back out to Talon Whelan. Into Bartoni. Bartoni for a long 2, and that's good. Bartoni's so good. I know I've mentioned it before, but Stauffenberg says he's going to keep the torch that Stauffenberg is passing to him as the leader of this team and the leading scorer. You can see it in Bartoni's shots and the way that he composes himself. Now a quick inside look to Bommingen. Or no, that wasn't Bommingen. That was Brody Potter. And he puts up a layup, lands an elbow, though, and he's going to get a player control foul. 2:18 to go on our YO Today's scoreboard, 58-22. Bartoni with the ball. Now over to the left side of the wing. Near us is Sixby. Back over to John, who gives it over to Bartoni. Now Jainito Monroe Black had an open look for a second. Gives it over to Brooklyn John for 3. No good. Rebounded by Thermopolis, and they're going to call an over the back. Looks like on Bartoni. Yes, on Bartoni. That's his first. Student section dressed all in black. Some of them wearing ESPN garb as they try and pretend to be an ESPN broadcast crew. It's kind of popular with high school basketball right now. Hadley Johnson gets the ball, and he runs right into Caleb Bartoni, and that's going to be a player control foul. That's going to be a charge, is what they call it in the old days, as Hadley Johnson picks up his second. Yes, they had the numbers up there wrong, but second on Hadley Johnson. 1:51 to go in this third quarter. It is all Lander, 58-22, already 17 points in this third quarter, 7 for Thermopolis. Caleb Bartoni gets the ball at the top of the key over to Parker Sixby. Back out to John. He's going to shoot a 3, in and out. Bounces off the rim, rebounded by Sixby, who drives the baseline. No-look pass over to Talon Whelan for 3, no good. Another rebound by Sixby. Sixby over to Monroe Black, back over to Sixby from the key. No, in the corner shot, no good, but rebounded by Monroe Black. That's 3 offensive rebounds, and another no-look pass inside to Bartoni for 2, and it's good. And 1. What a pass by Sixby. Looking directly at the student section, passes it over to the right, and boy, oh boy, and now a foul on Brody Potter. His second, and Bartoni's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned 3. Sorry if I get a little excited, folks. That was one of the better plays of the season by Lander, let alone by Parker Sixby. It's going to be hard to pick a player of the game in this one, and Bartoni's free throw, no good. 60-22, 80 seconds to go in this third quarter. Top of the key, Canyon Gerber over to number 20, Zach Hasty. Now inside look, almost stolen away. Hasty's going to put up a 3 from the right corner, off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Gerber, put back, no good, and tipped out to Talon Whalen. And a long football pass, tipped right into Jainito Monroe Black's hands, puts up a layup, no good, off the backboard, rebounded by Thermopolis. A lot of physicality under the basket there. Could have been a penalty, or a foul, I should say, but no, none. And now a cross-court pass to Canyon Gerber, and wow, what a shot. That wasn't Gerber, that was Will Cole. First time we've called his name, and he gets a 2 off the backboard and 1. And that's going to be a foul on Bartoni, his second. Wow, Cole just coming right in the game and getting into it under the basket. Old-fashioned three-point play up and good for Cole. Got some substitutions coming in and a timeout. We'll take it with him. 41.9 seconds to go. 60-25, all Lander on senior night.
Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to the third quarter of play here. 41.9 seconds to go. Lander just dominating right now. They'll get the ball. Talon, I'm just going to call him by his last name. I hate mispronouncing his first name. Monroe Black on the wing, over to Brooklyn John, over to Bartoni on the right side of the wing. He gets it inside to Parker Sixby, who brings it out to the top, just around the key. Now John got it. Back over to Whalen. Whalen to Sixby. Sixby going up against Gerber. Whalen now going up against Cole, and it looks like they're going to try and take this last shot. 15 seconds to go. They're just kind of passing it around the key, holding it. Whalen with the ball, doing a little spin move at the top of the key. He's got 7 seconds, 6 seconds, dribbling in between. Step back three. Oh, no good. This place would have erupted if he had done that. And now a steal to end the quarter, and no good. Almost there at the end. And heading into the fourth quarter is the same as heading into that last timeout. 60-25, all Lander. 1 quarter left to play.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. Bob Carey Memorial Stadium, 8 minutes to go on senior night. And Lander has this all but wrapped up, but we're going to keep playing. Brendan Stauffenberg immediately takes a 3, and that was a long 3. He immediately comes in. He didn't even play in that fourth quarter. Really, really great job there by Stauffenberg to just get the open look and put up the 3, no hesitation. Now a little give and go inside to Del Dukes, and he loses it. That's a steal by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg now cross court over to McClung. McClung, little behind the back pass, almost loses it, almost steps out of bounds too. Abe Lopez now has it. Back out to McClung for 3. No good. He gets his own rebound, though, as it bounces off the iron. And a long pass goes awry into Washburn. Now over to Stauffenberg for another 3. No good. And another offensive rebound, now this time by McClung. Passes it inside to Braden Lincoln for 2. Lincoln having himself a heck of a night on senior night. And now number 30, the smallest player on the team, Ellis Weber, gets the ball. Gives it over to, I can't see the number past the ref. Gives it over to Cole. Now to Del Dukes on the right side, near side at the corner of the key. Cole steals a ball that was meant for Weber. Now Weber gets the ball on the right wing. Back over to Cole. They're trying to find something inside, maybe. Now Weber almost loses the ball, and he does end up losing the ball. Steal by Lopez. Lopez goes immediately inside the paint. Little spin move. Could have been a travel. Gets it anyway and gets the 2. Weber Dribbles it up court, now to Cole, back to Weber. Back and forth now. Oh, and a trip. Oh, they're not going to call it, but a trip, and it's going to lead to a turnover. Another one, and now McClung goes in for two. No good off the iron, but rebounded by Lopez. And Thermopolis isn't even playing defense anymore. And Coach Corpening is going to take a timeout and stop the bleeding. We'll take it with them. Be back after this. 69-25, 6:10 to go in this fourth quarter.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Boy, welcome back. Right in the middle of the action. We missed the inbound pass there, but Weber got a three-pointer for Thermopolis, made it 69-28, 5:50 to go in this fourth and final quarter. The student section, nothing but loud over there. Glad we have to call from this side of the bench because we would not be able to hear ourselves think. And now Stauffenberg on the right side, far side, over to Lincoln, now back over to Lopez, and it looks like they're going to put in all their reserve players on the next timeout. Lander is, as they're up by 41 points. Lopez for a little floater there, 10-footer, no good, gets his own rebound, and gets swarmed by two black jerseys, and one of them fouled them, it looks like. Foul on 30, that's Weber. Weber's first. And that's going to be foul number 7 on Thermopolis, which means Lopez going to the line. All the seniors coming out, and they're giving hugs. They know it's their last time on this court tonight. They will have another game tomorrow. It will be at home. If you're wondering why they're not doing senior night tomorrow night, they are going to honor the Nordic ski team at halftime instead. And Abe Lopez's first shot up and good. So yeah, senior night for basketball tonight. Senior night for indoor track last week here, and senior night for Nordic ski tomorrow. Don't miss out on that game. Starts at 2 and 3:30. Abe Lopez's second shot up, no good. 70-28, 4:30 to go in this game. Weber over to Cole for 3, no good. Actually, that was Gerber, no good. Rebounded by Lander. Abe Lopez, the only senior left in the game, he's going to go up, and he gets the layup and one. He's going to go back to the line. He's so good at that, doing that little Euro step and flipping his hand up and doing a little finger roll, and that's going to be a foul on 15. Del Dukes, his first. So now on the court for Lander, you got 6B, Whalen. You got Peyton Bell, first time we've called his name. Keaton Iron Eyes, also first time in Lopez, and Lopez's second missed free throw in a row. Quick inside passing to Canyon Gerber, who gets a nice floater to go as he hits the body of Keaton Iron Eyes. 72-30, 3:40 to go on our YO Today scoreboard. Keaton Iron Eyes over to Bell on the top of the key. Bell's hair just as long as Monroe Black's, and Abe Lopez puts up a funky layup, no good, rebounded by Thermopolis. Over to Dukes on the right side of the key. He puts up a nice shot of his own, but no good off the backboard, rebounded by Whalen. Lopez now gets the ball again. Definitely a leader of this team and showing it tonight. He looks gassed, but he doesn't care. Almost travels there, gives a long pass to 6B, who hands it off immediately to Whalen. Whalen back over to Lopez at the top of the key, thinks about a 3. Now Whalen, he's going to take the 3. Oh, rolls off the iron, no good. Under 3 minutes to go, it's 72-30. And now Jet Longwell going to put up a little floater, no good. He was looking for a foul, didn't get it, rebounded by Whalen. Nice pass over to Lopez, who takes the inside the paint, and no foul, but no good. And rebounded by Whalen, who gets the 2. Whalen gets that, and that is his 5th points of the game. And now Brooklyn John coming in for Abe Lopez. Lopez getting a standing ovation. One of the best players Lander has seen in years. Jet Longwell saying he should have been charged on that little attempt by Lopez. Weber, now long pass down here to 24. I don't have him on my roster. They've got their reserves in as well. They know the game's pretty much over. 2:10 to go, 74-30. Weber over to Canyon Gerber, now back over to 24. Inside to Del Dukes, puts up a little floater after a 360, no good. And Weber looking to tip it out. He did a great job tipping it out, but no one was waiting on the left side of the key. That's a turnover. And with under 2 minutes to go, they have started the running clock as they are up by 40 points or more. Whalen over to Sixby on the left wing. Brooklyn John now on the right wing. He looks to take a shot. No, he passes it off to Whalen instead. Now Keaton Iron Eyes gets the ball. He drives inside and falls, but a player control foul actually. Wow, and Keaton Iron Eyes only in the game for a little bit. Gets a foul. He ran in, put his shoulder in, and just slipped, so no good there. Weber, long pass over to 24 again. Weber gets the ball on the top of the key over to Gerber. Weber going to put up a long three off the back of the iron, no good. Last touch by Thermopolis as it goes out of bounds. 1 minute to go on senior night, and both teams, Lander boys and girls, going to walk away with a victory tonight. Great news, as the girls were looking for a win desperately, and the boys just looking to keep it going. They're number one in their quadrant. Brooklyn John, long three, no good. Rebounded by Thermopolis. Thermopolis is 24, going up, and he puts up a little floater, no good off the back of the iron. Brooklyn John now rebounded by Jet Longwell. Longwell is going to get a two in there at the last seconds of the action. 35 to go. Whalen fakes out Longwell, gives it back out to Peyton Bell. He's going to put up a three. Why not? No good. And with 25 seconds left, Thermopolis going to drive inside. Jet Longwell gets the ball knocked out. Last touch by Lander. Longwell visibly upset right now. He did not want tonight to end this way. He only has 6 points. And the inbound pass, under 10 seconds to go now, over to Weber, top of the key against Bell, and he's just going to throw the ball away. Another turnover. They have had at least 5 turnovers in every quarter, and that's going to do it for the game. 74-32 Lander on senior night. And we will be back with a great post-game show brought to you by Click It or Ticket and YDOT.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back. We'll zoom out here a little bit. We don't want to be right up in Brennan Stauffenberg's face, our Papa Murphy's player of the game, as he has not one, but two. You had 3 threes tonight. You had 19 points overall. Are you just feeling it on senior night, my man?
We finally get, people to come out to the gym and have a, really good, crowd and stuff. So it's just fun. I think we just all fed off each other tonight, and it was a good team win. Tonight
might have been your most complete game, not just yours, the whole team's. On offense, defense, you were getting steals. There was very, very little amount of turnovers on your guys' team. What were you doing differently this week that led to that? Did you do anything differently?
I mean, we get one of our best players back. That helps a lot just with, the confidence within our team and stuff. So I think, that's a big part of it. I know getting him back. I mean, we played Thermop early up in the year and, I think won by 10 or something. So, to come in here, and beat them by however many we did, it feels good. And, I mean, we just executed what we needed to execute and, did the things we could control.
And you spoke on it. We're about to talk to him right now, Casper McClung. What does that mean for regionals and state, man? You got one of your best three-point shooters back, one of your best defenders back. Not only that, you got the energy to your team. It looks like right back on track.
It's huge, man. I mean, this is the best time to be playing your, best basketball. And, he just brings a special thing to the team that it just, amplifies all of us, brings us all together. And I think, with that going into regionals and hopefully state, it's going to be huge for us for sure.
Tell me about the emotions of senior night. You kind of went through it last year with Demi. Your dad was coaching then. Now your dad's not coaching. He was able to walk you out after reffing a couple games, by the way, which was hilarious. Any emotions tonight? This is going to be the last Stauffenberg senior night.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts that Demi's gone, and then it's me that's going to be gone next. So, I mean, it's fun. It's been a heck of a ride through high school with both of us, and I think it's been fun. I love my parents. They do everything for us. So, but it was good just to come out here one last time with everybody and get a win. Your dad going to be reffing any more games this season? I don't know. He might be hurting tonight.
He might be. Well, I appreciate you coming up here. Why don't you hand it off to Abe Lopez behind you? Great performance by Abe as well. Abe Lopez, man, 23 points. What's going through your mind right now on senior night? That was pretty emotional and a pretty great game by you.
I don't know. It's just a lot of love wanting to come out here and put on a show for the Lander fans. They just give me so much love over these 4 years. It's everything.
You got blessed on your wrist right there. I would feel like you're pretty blessed tonight to have such a great game in front of such a great crowd. What was going right for you guys tonight? You guys did it on defense, offense, and you got one of your best players back.
I'd say it's just the way we carry ourselves ultimately throughout the week. We always have Kaysen with us everywhere we go. It's just great to have him back. I love him.
And tell me, what did you give Coach? You gave him a blanket there. Was that a blanket that was made by your family, or was that just something you gave him to hold on to while you were doing your ceremony?
It's a Pendleton blanket. It's a big cultural thing in Native culture. When you give somebody something like that, it just means love,
Well, that's awesome. Well, hey, listen, you got a great game today. I'm sure you're going to have a great game tomorrow. We look forward to it, and we look forward to talking to you in regionals too, man. You go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We'll give it off to Casper McClung here. And I'm just going to save everyone some grief on Wyo today. There's a lot of players of the game tonight. It's hard to pick two. Casper McClung, my man. It's been a minute since we talked to you. Last time I talked to you, you had a broken arm. How's it feeling? Is that wrap right there for that specifically?
No, it feels great. The wrap is just to cover the scar so it doesn't get scratched or anything like that and reopen.
Well, let me ask you. You kind of were shaking the rust off a little bit at the beginning. You missed 2 threes. Once you got that third one in the third quarter, what was that feeling like for you after missing most of the season?
It felt great just to finally get one to go in and hopefully get my rhythm going into tomorrow.
And, I've asked both of your teammates this already, but you guys had a great night on senior night, all the emotion flowing. A lot of times the emotion can lead to some lesser performances, but not by you guys tonight. What was going right for your team?
Everything was. We knew from the beginning there was going to be emotions, but we knew as soon as all that was out of the way what we had to do, and we were able to execute it.
And were you as emotional tonight as you might have thought you were, especially with your sister and your family there?
Yeah, that was pretty expected.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do tomorrow against Worland. I doubt it's going to be, I don't want to say as easy, but you guys made tonight look easy with the steals. You forced 5, 10, 15, 20. You forced over 25 turnovers tonight. That seems to be a key to your guys' offense is getting those steals. What should we look forward to tomorrow against Worland? Same things?
Yeah, hopefully the same thing. A lot of the time our defense is what creates our offense, getting out and transition, getting easy layups. So we're going to try and just keep doing that.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you coming up here. Why don't you hand it off to Braden Lincoln behind you?
Okay.
Really excited to talk to him, too. Have a great rest of your night, my man.
Thank you, you too.
Give it to Braden Lincoln. How you doing? This is the first time we've talked all season long.
I know. This is my very first time being up here. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
It's not that we didn't want you up here. There was a lot of times we thought maybe you deserved to be player of the game, and then your coach sends up Brennan or something. How's it feel, senior night, going like this?
Oh, it's amazing, honestly. I was really excited, and I was so happy to put on a show for everybody,
You did put on a show, 11 points. You had 2 straight threes, consecutive 3-pointers. What was going through your mind when you were letting those fly and they were falling through the bottom of the net?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. It just was all in the motion, and we've been practicing a lot, and I've been trying to score a whole lot more. So I'm just really happy that it happened tonight, on our senior night,
Yeah, on senior night. Why don't you flash that chain for the camera? You gave one of those to Coach tonight. Did it have his name on it, or did it just have a big tiger?
Yeah, of course. It had the tiger, and of course it said Coach Mullins on it, so we're really happy to give them that, and that's a gift from me and my mom.
Well, awesome. I see your mom over there taking pictures. So tell me, it's been 4 years. You've been a Lander Tiger the whole time.
Oh, no. Actually, I transferred here from Winslow, Arizona my sophomore year.
Awesome. So how did this compare to what basketball was like in Arizona in your own mind?
Honestly, it's so much faster. I mean, I love playing with my team now. We have such a great chemistry, and honestly, it's been so fun being a Lander Tiger for my last 3 years here.
What are you going to miss most after regionals and state this year? Right after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
Hey there. Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back to our Click It or Ticket post-game show. It's been a heck of a post-game show, to be completely honest. We got to talk to 4 players. We got to talk to our players of the game. Hopefully be able to talk to Coach Mullins here. Before I get to do that, let's go through some stats here. I'm just going to go down the line, not in any order here. Parker Sixby had 2 points, got those in the second quarter. Kaysen McClung had that 3-pointer in the third, his first game back. Talon Whelan got 5 points. He had a 3 in the second quarter and a 2 in the fourth. Braden Lincoln, we just talked to him. He's very ecstatic about the game he had. He had 11 points, including 9 from threes. He had 3 3-pointers, including 2 back-to-back in the third quarter. Caleb Bartoni, relatively quiet night for Bartoni. Even if he had 10 points, he got most of those in the third quarter. Brennan Stauffenberg, completely scoreless in the third quarter and only shot a 3 in the fourth, and he still had 19 points, second leading scorer of the game. Right behind Abe Lopez, who scored in every quarter and finished with 23 points. See you guys. The Thermopolis crew leaving town. We'll see you later. And then for the Thermopolis crew themselves, we had 6 points. We had 3 by Will Cole, got all those in the third quarter. Hadley Johnson had 4. Gavin Shumway had 6. Ellis Weber had 3. And talking to the Thermopolis crew after, I told them, you guys happened to play against Lander on probably their most complete night of the season, and Thermopolis just wasn't flowing very well, especially with the absence of Corbin Simmerall, one of their best players. And they just told me that this has been kind of their game pretty much the entire season. If their offense doesn't flow, it really translates into poor defense, and that poor defense translates into even more poor offense. Thermopolis heading out, they're going to have their senior night next week. And Lander, their senior night tonight could not have gone any better. A 74-32 victory. Just one of the more complete blowouts, as we've been waiting for a blowout by this team for most of the season. A lot of close games, a lot of buzzer beaters, a lot of overtime games, and we finally got what we wanted tonight with a full-blown blowout on defense and offense. Lander, in the end, only committing 8 turnovers. Can't get better than that. And as far as Thermopolis goes, they had 7 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, 6 in the third quarter, and 5 in the fourth. I might have even missed a few, considering this is my first game calling all alone. Ernie, if you're still listening, miss you, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Going to be playing against Worland. 2 p.m. game for the girls, 3:30 game for the boys, and that will be senior night for Nordic ski team time as well. The Nordic ski team looking to go to state next week in Jackson, so a great send-off for them here. I'm going to take one more commercial break, and we will come back with Coach Stu Mullins right after this on our Click It or Ticket postgame show.
Sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Holding. Walk on the pathway instead.
We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes.
When you purchase your car, Do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Waiting on Coach Mullins to get done with his other interviews right now, but just want to say a big thanks to Ernie. I hope you're doing all right, and thank you for letting me be able to do this game by myself. It was a big thanks to my 7-month pregnant wife for running camera and sitting in these very uncomfortable bleachers for 3 hours. I really, really appreciate it. Big thanks to Coach Cox for coming up here, Coach Mullins for sending up all of his seniors. Couldn't have asked for a better night on senior night. You got 2 victories. You had the girls winning by a score of 50-27, and another big blowout for Lander, 74-32. And you really could not ask for a better senior night, and couldn't ask for a better return by Case and McClung. Couldn't ask for a better night by senior Braden Lincoln with 11 points. Just a long time coming for this team that has gone through the ringer as far as close games go all season long. And really, really great to see a lot of faces out here all in green. Also great to see the Nordic ski team come out here, and they were, celebrating with the team as they also have state coming up here as well. Big student section tonight, really helped out, I'm sure, and a lot of pictures being taken on the court right now. Another big thanks to Katie and Courtney, I would imagine. She just goes by Court in our text messages. But Katie and Court back at the station. I really appreciate you staying a little bit longer as I get to talk to Coach Mullins. I know it's been a long day for you guys. It's been a long day for us. And here we have Coach Stu Mullins coming up here. Coach Mullins, yep, right here. No Ernie tonight. We're all by ourselves.
Okay.
First off, Coach Mullins, got to see the swag you got here on your neck. Look at that.
Isn't that awesome?
And how did it feel getting all your gifts from your seniors tonight? Not even the hugs, but the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, the hugs are better. You know, I love those kids, and a lot of time together. And, you know, I knew Brendan and Kaysen, you know, when they were third graders when I was in Riverton, and they both were there. And, you know, I've known the Stauffenberg family forever, so, you know, I've camped with Brendan, all those types of things. I mean, you just when it's personal like that, you're just so proud of them, and what an awesome way to script this one.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, I mean, you could not ask for a better night. You got 11 points from you got 23 from Abe Lopez, 19 by Stauffenberg, and McClung coming back from that injury. Tell me a little bit about what that was like. You guys have really been working with him to get back. He only came out and scored 3 points, but played some great defense for you guys.
Yeah, he did. And you can just see the difference that he makes and how effective our rotations can become with him on the floor. You know, you're subbing really solid dudes at that point. You know, and it's rebounds. He's deceptively long, you know, 6'1" kid, but really long wingspan, and he gets those offensive rebounds that you saw. I mean, so, you know, he was a little frustrated tonight just with, I think, probably not scoring as much, but, you know, just having him on the floor is great, and he's going to get into the flow real quick. So it was just great having him back.
He didn't seem too frustrated when he came up here and talked to us. He was just happy to be out on the court. And someone that did get emotional, though, was Abe Lopez. You could tell that this team was more like a family than a team, and he gave you that great blanket, and he told us how much that meant to him. And what's it going to be like without Abe Lopez? I know you have quite a few games left with him with regionals, one more game, but Abe Lopez is not an easy player to replace.
Yeah, no, none of them are. You know, this group is special. I was thinking about that just before the game, and, you know, just how much I love it. I mean, you know, when they walk out on the floor and, you know, I see their families, and, you know, there was nothing more that I wanted at that point to just give them all hugs. Even, you know, one dad was like, "Oh, you're a hugging type." I'm like, "Yep, tonight I am." So, you know, I love those kids, and, you know, Abe especially just loves the family and loves the team so much. And, when you have those type of seasons and those type of guys on your team, it doesn't matter what happens in the end. It makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and I was talking to Stauffenberg. This will be one of the last times that we get to call a Stauffenberg on a court in Lander. You don't have the coach anymore. You don't have Demi. You don't have Brennan. He had a great game, 19 points. He didn't even really score in the second half other than a 3. What does he bring up?
He is playing as good as anybody in the state right now. I mean, he's understanding his footwork around the basket. We're executing him and giving really good, passes inside to him. And, the kids trust his teammates. And so when you have that and then you put another player like Kaysen out on the floor, that takes away some of the help as well.
And you had a lot of help tonight from Braden Lincoln. This might have been the best game that we've seen him play all season. He had 2 back-to-back threes. He was giddy when he came up here that he was even able to talk to us. And, for him to be peaking right now, right before regionals, that's just an extra sub in for you that you can easily get an extra 10 points from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he did. When we didn't have Abe and Powell, he stepped up and scored. He scored in level, too. So the threes are a bit of surprise and kind of frosting on top, but we'll take it. We've talked if he can just get a little bit more arch on his shot, those shots will start to fall. So I was so happy. I mean, tonight was a career night for him, which was awesome.
Yeah, we talk about his defense a lot up here. It's very rare that we talk about his scoring, but his defense is always on point.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a great player to bring into regionals. I know tonight was technically senior night for you, but you have one more home game tomorrow against Warland. We were just talking to the Thermopolis guys who just played Warland last night. What are you looking for tomorrow? It's been an emotional night tonight. It'll be less emotional tomorrow, but it might be more emotional. You never know, because those seniors realize it actually is their last time on that court.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. And Warland's obviously a whole different beast, and we've seen them once already, and didn't put our best foot forward, but physically, it's just a matter of, I was just telling these guys, you can if you can survive their their steady jabs, you're going to be fine, but it's the uppercut that they'll take from you, and they'll go on, some runs, and you look up and you were just up 2 or 4, and now you're down 15. Where did that happen? And so their pace is elite. I mean, you're going to see a team that if you shoot it, they're running. And, so you have to account for it. And we really haven't played a team like that, since we played them. So that's kind of hard to adjust a little bit. But, they got to account for us too. We've got some players that, are matchup difficulties, and then adding Kaysen to the mix definitely helps things.
Yeah, I remember that game in Warland was not pretty. I'm sure these kids are thinking about it a lot tonight. It might be a revenge type of game tomorrow, for all we know. But, Coach, I appreciate you coming up here.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm glad you had an emotional night that ended in success.
Yeah.
So if that was any other way, that would have been a rough senior night. But you did not have a rough senior night tonight.
No, just proud of the kids, and thanks for the coverage.
Hey, no problem. We appreciate you, Coach, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, Coach Mullins, thank you very much, and we're going to have an expedited finish to the post-game show here. Very emotional out here. You could see it in some of the players' faces and the coaches, and that is going to do it for me again. The boys winning 74-32, the girls winning 50-27. Both girls and boys having great senior nights. Can't ask for anything better. Want to put my wife on camera here. Big thank you for the camera coverage there. And we will talk at you tomorrow against Warland. Game starting at 2 o'clock and 3:30. We appreciate everyone listening on 93.1 KFCW and watching on WYO Today's YouTube page. And we will talk to you tomorrow.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes